Niners! Whew! Fam, as you may have noticed, serious tech problems today. It disconnected, it reconnected. You probably got the little message up in the chat. My apologies. I'm not sure if we're going to hang up, but we're going to try, huh? Okay? Smooth. Man, smooth. Don't think for a minute you're not in our thoughts and prayers, fam. We're here for you. Whenever you get back, we'll be here waiting. Hang in there, babe. Fam, success TBD. Because as we watch things as the drama unfolds in Santa Clara, the movie does not look like something you want to sit and watch the entire time, right? And you don't know how it's going to end, but it doesn't look good, right? Raymond, wait. I'm just saying the way it kind of looks right now, it could use some improving. NFL free agency 2025, 49ers, and this is across a lot of platforms, evaluated as a below average achievement. Like we didn't know. I sometimes think that the NFL looks for us to lay an egg or have a problem so they can just sort of pick at it like a wound, pour salt in it, and just carry on. There's no need to make comments about the 49ers every time we fall down. When we're doing well, we don't get enough love. I'm all up in my feelings. I get sick of that. But the Niners did more for the efforts of other teams during this 2025 free agency period in a number of ways, including letting some of our best guys go join other teams. For starters, though, it would appear on paper that they dropped a strength level, which may make them more vulnerable to defeat than they have been in a long time. Rams, don't say nothing because we've been whooping your ass for years, man, and you know it. So just with your 1-win season and 8, just shut the bleep up. The NFC West will be a challenge, though, for San Francisco this season due to having to make roster repairs nearly across the board. The gaping holes weren't really addressed during free agency, particularly on the defense. Now, this is what's really got me concerned. Remember, they had a roster that took over the Pro Bowl more than one season in recent years. Up and down that Pro Bowl. Blank, Niner, blank, Niner, blank, Niler, blank. Who is this? Niner, blank. Niners is bad boys, but we had all kind of dudes. But to the phones we go to look at the poor grades issued the 49ers by analysts in the aftermath of the 2025 free agency period. We had to know this was going to come sooner or later. I just didn't know. I'd rather had it been come later. The grading is justified, though, fam, but we'll talk about why. News. Nothing's changed as far as picking bodies up. Trey Brown, Luke Farrell, Luke Gifford, Richie Grant. Richie got, you know what? Luke Farrell got a 20.3-year, $24.25 million contract, so he's probably not going to get cut. Luke Gifford, guys, I understand he's an animal when it comes to special teams. Richie Grant, 1 year, $1.5 million, free safety. Quarterback Mac Jones. But you know what? Mac Jones being in that lineup and in the facility, boy, that's going to reporters are going to go. Can you imagine every week? Anytime we have some problems, there's going to be problems this year, fam. Anytime we have problems, Kyle Shanahan up at the stand. Coach, blah, 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 Chronicle, whatever. Coach, it would appear that Brock Purdy is getting off to a kind of a slow start. Here we are in week 5. Have you considered Mac Jones? I can see Kyle having an attitude. Listen, can I stop you there before you continue? Listen, Mac Jones is the backup quarterback, and I'll decide when and if I think it's time to even go through this scenario, okay? So that's pretty much my answer on that. And the table is set, fam. It's going to happen. I promise you. DB Jason Pinnock, which everybody's saying a lot of good things about. Jordan Schultz, 1 year. DeMarcus Robinson, 2 years, $9.5 million. Long snapper John Weeks just joined us. The man left Texas to join us. Is John? I didn't check into his background. Is John from the Bay Area or California or something? He was over there forever. Of course, then again, he probably heard about Texas boy. Texas boy, why are you here? Seriously, what in the world is a Dallas Cowboy? Your license to run smack was revoked 2 years ago. So I can't imagine what you're doing up in here, but behaving. Trolls ain't got no boundaries for the foolishness, do they? I mean, they are bizarre. If I was a Cowboy fan, you wouldn't know it. Oh, God. My favorite quote of the day, Dieter Kurtenbach. The Niners aren't trying in free agency, so it's time to trade down in the draft. Fam, I alluded to this the other day. I said, you know what, the 49ers, they're going all defense. I'm looking at the defensive line, fam. I know offense is extremely important as far as the line goes. But if we ain't got no defensive line, we're going to be meat. Absolute meat. I mean, offenses aren't going to get off the field all day, so they're going to matter about the offensive line because they ain't going to be on the field for 5 minutes or 6 minutes per game. Oh, I'm so worried about that. We'll get past it. Raymond, I'm Raymond. I know what you're saying. Stop crying, Ronbo. I'm just saying. I'm worried about that defensive line. PFF is just one of the most, I mean, they're the only one of the sites, though, that body slammed San Francisco's free agency activity and released grades for all 32 teams. To nobody's surprise, the Niners received low marks, D's and D minuses. They didn't give them an F just because they felt bad for them. I'm talking about a report card that you're on your way back in the day when they were giving report cards out to students. You had to go home, have your mother sign this and bring it back tomorrow. You're walking down the street or to wherever you're going to get home. Well, I can't let mom see this card, man, because if it is, I don't know what she going to do. This is the 49ers, man. Those grades were. But, they don't know what the 49ers are doing, so that's why I'm saying you guys just shut up. After an embarrassing 6-11 2024 season, the Niners remained on the sidelines during the initial wave of free agent signings while watching other teams improve their rosters. And this is what happens to us every year, especially in NFC West. Scams picked up Devontae, and the Hawks just picked up Kupp a few minutes ago. I don't know if both of them have slowed down a little bit, so I don't know if that's just a big deal. I mean, I got to rationalize like that to make myself feel better. Watch them both have banner years. I mean, I got to laugh at these things. The only way I'm going to keep from crying. The main pain and suffering, though, fam, it stems from us Niner fans watching several stars and favorites. I mean, guys, we really love exit leading to a pretty significant roster overhaul. Hence, the conclusion, PFF Focus gave the 49ers a D. PFF, you put it where the sun don't shine. They did that for the offseason effort so far, naming only two notable additions, quarterback Mac Jones and wide receiver DeMarcus Robinson. And Raymond, again, I'm not setting this up for a whining fest. In fact, I'm looking to debunk what's being said about our beloved team, if you want to know the truth about it, because I'm always ready to fight. I remember all during those years, we had Tom Sula and Chip Kelly, and he was getting their ass handed to us every week. I jumped in people's faces. I mean, I was quick. Don't you see nothing about my team? We got a good team. Go beat your ass. And then, of course, the following week or so, they would hand us ours. And I'm standing there looking like somebody peed on me. But, both of those signings, by the way, came after the initial free agency rush as the Niners were spending as lightly as they could in order to reserve funding to secure what is imminent now is one of the NFL's largest contracts soon, which is expected to be the case for Brock Purdy. No matter how you don't like it or how much you feel about it, they're going to sign him, fam, and he's going to get paid. Some analysts are going around saying like if he gets less paid than $50 million, it'll be a miracle. But Jones will serve as Purdy's backup. Fam, do you feel comfortable with the addition of Jones in that particular role? Jones was forced into action in Week 10 of the past season due to the Jags starter Trevor Lawrence's injury. I think he needed a shampoo or something during the course of the game. But anyway, he struggled to find consistency. According to PFF, Their team wrote Jones completed 64.8% of his passes and had 8 big-time throws. Only 8 big-time throws. Is that a lot? I guess, well, it's week 10. Well, maybe. Yeah, one thing it does show, it does show he has the capability to sling it, and that's important. He also racked up at eight INTs and 10 turnover-worthy plays. The Niners are most likely going to draft a quarterback this season, but it will be late in the draft most likely. They just went and visited. They went and visited a quarterback here. I'm going to get his name in a minute, but barring injury, Jones, who Kyle likes and has been for years, will serve as Brock's primary backup. I'm delighted with that anyway, right? Because Kyle loves him. He likes Jones. Jones is going to keep Brock on his toes, I suspect. Brock knows what happened. Everybody's heard about Kyle being torn between Trey Lance and Sam. And Sam's going to keep that pressure on BP, which is good. I want BP out there lagging and looking lost like he did a few times last year. I want him to be certain of yourself. Go out there and do your job. You got the capability. Let's show everybody you got it. That's why the haters talk about you 24/7. Get them off you. Demarcus Robinson, wide receiver Demarcus Robinson, has earned a PFF grade of 65 or better in each of the past 3 seasons. It should be a good fit for the Niners. PFF went in and explained that, though. The Niners still loaded. Skill group including G. Kittle, Run, CMC. I love calling Run CMC. I know. DeMarcus will likely be the 6th option in the passing attack. He'll need to work his way past BA and possibly Ricky Pearsall if Ricky P proves he is worthy as a first round pick as he should be. Now I didn't forget about Jawan. As far as I'm concerned, Jawan is number 1 option right now. But D. Robinson is no slouch. In fact, he's been a solid and reliable target, dropping just 2 of 66 catchable passes over the past 2 seasons. We'll see. Wouldn't that be refreshing? Because after watching Debo every now and then, I'm not going to say nothing bad about Debo. I love me some Debo. He did a great thing for us, a lot of great things for us. I'm just saying there were times when we just wish he would have caught it. This guy, Robinson, apparently good hands. PF handing San Francisco a D grade for the efforts during the FA stretch was lowest of any team. I hate it when they put us in those kind of stats categories, but there was a good reason for it this year. Actually, you remember, fam, the last time, what was the last time in this particular time of year that we spend lots and lots of money getting a whole lot of free agents? The 49ers have already went on record saying you don't feel like overpaying for a lot of free agents this time of year. You notice the 49ers, when they do make a big splash and bring on somebody new, it's always at the half point way in the season, and they look at what they've got, and they assess that, and then they make an intelligent decision at the midseason trademark. Or deadline. And you go ahead and get what you got to get. And that's worked well for them. I'm not going to be mad at them about this damn D. The Broncos signed Dre and Talanoa. Other teams got better with our stars. All right? The Broncos got an A. Why? Because they signed one of the best damn linebackers in the game. As Fred Warner pointed out, ain't no 54 without the 5'7". I felt some kind of way when I was reading that. They got an A. Broncos got an A for signing Dre and an A for the offseason moves period. They even got Talanoa over there with them too. God, Broncos. You better believe, you better be glad, you better be happy. Boy, because, man, Broncos, you better win it. You better win that division. You owe us. The Colts signed Mooney Ward, received a B, while the Chiefs, who added tackle Jalen Moore and Elijah Mitchell, they got Bs. More 49ers going out making other people better. What's that L. Ron Hubbard book? Making Friends and Influencing People? Jesus. Fam, what is your temperature today, though, regarding what has taken place with the free agent period? I've rationalized our situation as one that needs not to be one of doom and gloom. Raymond, I'm going to upkeep the energy, man. I ain't going to be talking about losing no season. I'm talking about finishing over 500 and making a push toward the playoffs. I'm not sure if I want to go to the playoffs, so I do want to let the league know, hey, man, ain't nobody go wussy out. You guys, if you don't get it done this year, we'll be back in a minute talking about next season. Of course, there could be something bizarre happen. Now, the frontline defense is my biggest concern. If the 49ers aren't really frightening people on the frontline rush, there's going to be a problem. But I'm not really worried about the offense. The weaponry is sexy as can be all the time. We'll be fine. The O-line remains worrisome, though, but we've always complained about that. You notice? This goes back a long time. And we've been to 2 Super Bowls. How many NFCCs? Gee, I mean, I don't know how they do it, but they get around that. But Kyle, good Lord, I already know you're going to get a defensive lineman in the first, and it's going to be a pass rusher or an interior lineman. I already know you're going to get one with pick 11 unless you trade down. And no matter what you do when you trade down, you're going to get a defensive lineman, period. Especially if you're watching the board and watching to see who's going to drop, and you calculate, because everybody's got software. Put that in, see. Oh, yeah. Let's trade down, guys. What? Yeah, see what the Giants, who's behind us? See what whomever wants, and let's give it to them. It's only 2 places down, and we can still pick up whomever they've got their sights on. So, the secondary could actually, that secondary, they could actually end up being one of the league's best. But in order for that to happen, the D-line will need to get some work done, which as I said, I'm still concerned about. What are they going to do other than go wild in the draft, bringing in killer D-line candidates from the draft? And family, I tell you, if you got your mind on an offensive lineman, oh, no, it's not good. You know what, though? I didn't think that year that we picked up Mike McGlinchey, we were going to pick up Mike McGlinchey in the first round. I didn't have really any real solid ideas of what they were going to do. All I know is I saw Vita Vea, and I says, oh, man, get that big. Watching clips of Vita Vea in college, my God, he's like a huge version of the Tasmanian devil. Look at that. People are bouncing off him as he grabs. Oh, God. He grabbed that running back almost like Reggie White did with 2 fingers and took him down. The running back looked like he got hit. He got caught with a big hook. Fam! Fada going through people, getting to the quarterback. The quarterback's running for his life. I think at times you can see the guy screaming. I said, oh, if we could just get Vita Vea. Remember his parents were out. They were at the draft, of course, and they were sitting there talking about how much they loved the 49ers. I was sitting there, John, oh, my God, get him. Get him. With the number 10 pick in the draft, the 49ers select offensive tackle, Notre Dame. Who? Mike McGlinchey. Really? And you know what happened after that. Okay, let me stop whining. Let me ignore the phone. Mike McGlinchey. We could have had Vita. Can you imagine Vita Vea in the middle? Of course, we might not have, in the following year, we might not have gotten Nick Bosa, right? Everything fits together. As my mom used to say when I come in crying about something, everything happens for a reason. No, but then why did that happen? What am I going to do? Hey, come on in, Matty.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Man, what are we going to do, bro?
Matty, the thing is, it's going to be a surprise. I have no idea what they're going to do. But that frontline defense, we didn't address it. It's only Nick that I know of. Who else?
Crazy.
Anderson, the kid Anderson.
Oh, man, I don't even know.
I don't. Maybe not.
Everybody I thought we might get or sign or might get, have a chance at, all have gone to other teams.
Yeah, they've all, unless they could pry, what's his name, out of Cincinnati, that edge rusher they have. But Cincinnati's being a real B about that. They don't want to trade him, or they're asking you to give your firstborn, but they don't want to keep him. Why would you do that, Matty? He's going to cost you a fortune, or you can't tag him. They already used your tag. What are you going to do?
That's crazy. I don't know if he doesn't want to be there. You should just, I don't know. Maybe you should just let him go. You're already paying Watson too much money, anyways. So
No, this is
might as well,
this is Cincinnati. The Bengals are the ones who have that hardcore
Cincinnati.
edge rusher who led the league last year in every category.
I'm trying to remember
He went.
I was thinking of Myles Garrett for some reason. Yeah.
No. What, fam? What is that edge rusher that Cincinnati is playing games with and outrageously asking for? I think it's a couple of first round picks. Anyway, yeah.
Trey Hendrickson.
Hey, thank you, Trey Hendrickson. The Bengals are acting like little bees.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, they won't let him go, but they won't.
Yeah.
They won't make a deal that anybody's going to even feasible.
stupid.
And you know the 49ers have called.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I don't know. I just, dude, you're gonna laugh, man. Like I'm sitting here and listening to you talk, and I'm just like, I just come to this epiphany. Like, you know what? Like, if we get some nice draft picks, maybe we trade off Brock Purdy too. Pick up.
There's a lot of people entertaining.
Pick up Dylan Gabriel from the Ducks. He'll be Dylan Gabriel from the Ducks. He'll be he's a left-hander, man. He's that little bastard runs out. I don't know, man. Be a nice pickup. Wouldn't have to pay him for like 3 years.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean,
you pick him up in the first round, you have to pay him for 4 years with a fifth-year option.
So, I mean, get some huge draft picks. Build that offensive line around him. He's got weapons to throw to. So,
you see, Matty, here's the thing of what you just said, though. Here's what could happen, though. If they did go that route and trade Brock Purdy to Tennessee, that's a rumor that they like Brock Purdy. Now you got Sammy Jones. and the 49ers will have, would have backdoored Brock. Brock, signed the deal. We're kind of pretty happy with Sam Jones. We'd like to have you, but we're not going to sit here and cry and argue with you over $70 million. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't imagine them asking for that much, but still, whatever number is, I think the 49ers have created enough space that they should be able to get around 50 to 55, but don't go over that, though.
No, don't go over that.
Yeah.
No, it's ridiculous. So, I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little out of my mind, Ronbo.
No, the 49ers will make it that way.
But,
it's all, yeah. I feel the same way.
Well, with what they've done already, like, what makes you think that anything's not on the table?
I do believe that, Matty, because we always find out the 49ers always run these little COVID operations and all of a sudden it gets exposed, right? And you never knew what was going to happen. Yeah, so I'm sure the 49ers are up to something. They never sit quietly.
They've got to be. They've got to be. Well, if we, I would imagine if we get to the draft and we still have Brock Purdy, obviously we'll probably sticking with him, so we'll know by then at least.
Yeah, because I don't know that they're
going
to board every
serious
mission.
about giving him some money.
Yeah. I see what you're saying though. If it seems like the deal is just not going to happen, you do see what you can do with Jones, and then you maybe draft another quarterback. It would change the whole dynamic of what they're doing. Whatever plan A they had, they'd have to quickly shift to plan B. Matty, you made a good. It's impertinent that the 49ers do sign Brock before the draft. That's only a number of weeks away. If it doesn't happen, you're right. Anything is possible with the 49ers. If anything Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have done is they have shown us their ability to completely freak people out with the things that they do.
Yeah, oh yeah. Straight up, dude. It wouldn't even shock me at this point, honestly. I like Brock. He's shit, but the thing that kills me, Ronbo, is you see the money that they're paying these other quarterbacks that, in my opinion, aren't even as good.
I know, right? That's why Brock's got his agent is sitting there saying exactly what you just said.
Oh, salivating.
So
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what that is.
Because people don't even have as good a record as Brock, and you're going to pay him less. Oh, they're not having that.
Yeah, seriously, it's not going to fly. We keep him; he's getting paid, bro. Honestly, dude, let's say they did trade him to somewhere, they're going to pay him too. Because obviously they believe in him.
Yeah.
They might even overpay him.
Quarterbacks get overpaid every year. And Texas boy, your boy, is the main, he is the poster child for this whole pitiful mess.
Yeah.
God, Dak.
What a mess.
$60 million.
Boy. Okay.
Jerry, that is the worst owner in the league, bar none. Jerry Jones has no idea what he's doing. Yet he can't sign this guy, this guy. And he bailed on Cooper Kupp. What's CD going to do now? He bailed last year in free agency. Worse than we did.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. They're just gonna be what they've always been. Just kind of halfway trash.
Halfway? Maybe 3/4.
3/4 trash. All the way trash.
Man, we got in here so late. We're gonna have to stop. I'll see you Sunday and let's see what develops. Because it's gonna be funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah, tomorrow, I'm sure tomorrow I'll have some things to I don't know. Yeah, we'll have some things to talk about.
Weird things happen overnight with the 49ers. It's strange. I don't know what they're doing up so late. Yeah. But All right. Well, Matty.
Yep.
Always appreciate you, fam. See you Sunday. All right.
Absolutely, my friend. Night, buddy.
Night. Michael.
Tomorrow I'll have some things to
Michael. We got.
How's life going, buddy?
Hold on, Michael. 49 Brian says, remember who's better than Robert Saleh to revamp that defense? They have a plan. Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that, Brian. We got Robert Saleh running the show. There's no telling what's about to happen. I keep
can you hear me, John?
Yeah, Michael. I'm sorry. I had to read a contribution. Go ahead.
No, my phone was on the live too. No, I was on your live on my phone. I set that off too. I didn't know my phone went off. No, not that much, man.
Yeah, no, we heard what was going on back there.
I think Tribe's in the chat. Yeah, Tribe's in the chat. You know that, Ronbo. That Michael Davis is AKA Tribe, so let you guys know.
Oh, if he starts behaving like Tribe, he'll get thrown out. Tribe knows he's out of line when he's talking, but he goes ahead and says the wrong thing. Yeah.
And then
thanks for pointing that out.
49er Brian. Yeah. And then Nikita messaged 49er Brian about the fake marketing pro saying a lot of bad negative stuff about her and 49er Brian behind their back. Somebody found out. So just watch them. Fake marketing pro. Not the real one, not the real dude. The real dude is cool. It's the fake one we got to watch.
Yeah, because if he's not making the...
stuff about us and you.
No, if he's not saying anything in here, we can't do anything about it. But he comes in here with that trash, we'll boot his ass.
Yeah, no.
All right, go ahead.
No, in other chats he has. He's been saying in other chats. But no, I mean,
he's allowed to.
Yeah. No, I mean, my cousin was surprised that the 49ers picked up Matt Jones. He's an Alabama alumni, so that's why he was talking to me about it.
Yeah, we call him Sam. It's Mac, yes. Yeah. Why would you? Why? He knows the history with Kyle Shanahan and Mac Jones, right?
Yeah, no, Mac Jones. No, he said Mac Jones was a good college player. I think he won the national championship before he was drafted. I think Alabama won that year.
Yeah, no, Mac Jones was. He's not trash, but people just didn't like him for whatever reason.
Well, I got to find out. I got to ask him. All right, when Mac Jones was drafted, who was drafted the year before from Alabama, quarterback?
Tua. What?
Remember?
No, I'm sorry. That wasn't Tua.
That's a good question.
Hurst is Alabama too. Bama always has.
Hurst.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Bama always has.
I thought Hurst was Oklahoma or somebody else. He was Alabama. I think
he probably transferred more than one school.
Yeah, the Eagles quarterback transferred. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know Matt Jones was Kyle's guy, so he got him now. There's your early present, buddy. Treat him good. Don't hurt him. Treat him good. And paper, I'm open. I'm Purdy, man. If he doesn't get that contract, he's gonna sit like Ayuk.
Yeah, you know.
That's what I'm afraid. That's what I'm afraid of.
Well,
we'll
find out.
I pray that he gets his contract, get his money. That's what I'm hoping. I would pay the guy. The guy's worth it. I mean, with all the good things he's done for us, he's worth it, Ronbo.
No, I'm not
I don't care what people say negative stuff. Yeah. No, Purdy's worth it, man. You're not going to find a quarterback like him. We'll be fine with Purdy.
And
I
I get
like
tired
Purdy.
of the argument of he's got all that talent around him. How many quarterbacks win with no talent around them? You know, I say,
How many
God.
how many seventh-round draft pick quarterbacks get this far? Playoffs, Super Bowl, almost won it. You know what I mean? Eventually he's going to win it. Eventually he's going to hit the bullseye. You watch and you believe he's going to hit the bullseye soon. He's coming. You know, he's going to be hungry. And these new guys that they draft and some of these guys they got now, maybe this talent might be better than the ones that we get, you know? The guys we got rid of are injury-prone.
Yeah.
And you check, he was just a waste. He was a waste. I don't know why the Niners kept him. He was a waste. You put him on one play. He got on board on the sideline. I bet you his wife says, "Oh, honey, why they don't put you on no more? They had you one play. That's it." No, they need.
I don't wish anything bad on those guys, but I wouldn't trust them as far as getting hurt.
I wish them good. I wish them the best. That's what I said. As a 49er fan, former 49ers, I wish them all the best. I don't care. That's 4 or 5 years ago. Anybody who played with anybody who was drafted by the 49ers, playing for other teams, I wish them good luck.
Oh, we should.
Because
a lot of those guys did a great job for us. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm going to give them all my blessings, all my credit. I hope they do good this year. You know, I hope that, you know.
We could be surprised, Michael. We don't need to doubt them too deeply yet. I just worry about who's going to play on the defensive line. Michael, you have any idea who's going to play on the defensive line? I don't. Who is it?
I think there's going to be some rookie, probably. I think it's going to be some rookie.
You need more than one.
I think. That or we might end up picking up somebody maybe after preseason. You never know. A lot of people get cut after preseason, too.
Yeah.
People get cut. So we got to watch. And there's guys out there that we can still go after. You know, you never know, Ronbo. Draft time, you know.
I don't know why. If the Bengals would take a second-round pick, you know what? I might get it. For Trey Hendrickson, I might do it. I'd take it. I'd go to Bengals.
Go for him.
You know,
that was a good thing.
I don't know what they want.
Take it. Tony Wright put down second and a fifth, I think. Did he?
Maybe. I didn't see Tony's. I didn't see his proposal. Is that what he said?
I don't know.
2 and 5?
That's what Tony Wright said. That's what Tony Wright put in the chat.
I would give him second this year and third next year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I would.
Because we got compensatory picks coming up. You know, you just got to figure that how it's not going to hurt you and bring Trey.
Another guy the 49ers might go after, he got cut by the Minnesota Vikings, their center.
Who's that?
Anybody knows who the center for the Minnesota Vikings that got cut or got released? Was it Blueberry or Barry or whatever? Somebody is one of the centers.
But he's good though. Huh?
Put it in the chat.
That can play really good football.
Huh?
Because we lost. Dahlman. I saw him leave.
No, not Dahlman. No, I'm thinking Minnesota.
No, I'm just thinking Dahlman. I saw him leave to I forget which team he picked up on, but I said,
he went to Chicago.
Chicago, that's right. Chicago got every damn body. Chicago's building a machine.
You're gonna have nightmares like Seattle. Seattle's got Cooper Kupp. You better watch it. He's gonna be roasting Inglewood. He's gonna be cooking those lambs. You wait. Cooper Kupp is gonna go revenge on the Rams. You wait.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. If Kupp's gonna play hard this year, it's definitely gonna be against the Rams.
Rams will regret getting rid of him.
CeeLo, I see you. I'm going to get back to you on that, CeeLo. I saw your mail. I mean, from wifey. But go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just saw CeeLo.
No, but the Rams will regret it. You wait. I'm hoping we don't regret the guys that we lose, that they come back and haunt us. You know? Like Debo and, that's what I'm worried about. I hope Debo don't try to haunt us.
I'm worried about that. I'm more worried about Denver. I hope we don't have to play them anytime soon.
All these other guys that we got rid of, That's what I'm worried about. Now, I don't know this year's schedule. How many former 49ers are we going to be playing? Former 49er players, these schedule. I got to look at the schedule. I know we play the Colts. We got Colts.
Mooney?
I got to find out how many former 49er players that we got rid of are free agents.
Yeah, Mooney's with the Colts. Hey, do we play Denver this year?
No.
Okay, we're good.
We play
Talanoa and Dre, both over there. My God.
We might meet up. Maybe they'll get in the Super Bowl.
You know how? Oh my God! And if they did, they'd win, right? Why? Because they wouldn't have to play the Chiefs because they've already gotten rid of the Chiefs. The NFC, whoever's in it, if they're healthy, that QB they've got, that boy can play. I mean,
Hey,
that was his
Texas, boy,
first year.
Your Cowboys are not going nowhere. Cowboys not going nowhere. No
Texas
way.
boy, don't tell me
No way
Texas boy
the
made a
Cowboys.
comment. Texas boy, don't talk. When grown folks are
Yeah,
talking, Texas boy, sit down and shut up.
The Rams' new name should be the Los Angeles Flamingos. Rudy, that's your new team, the Los Angeles Flamingos.
Michael, we got to respect their defense, though. They did build a hell of a defense,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, but our defense should be good once we get the right pieces together and we got, our coach, we'll wait and see, guys. We'll be all right. We got to believe in this team. We can't hate this team. We got to believe. We got to put our energy to that.
I still say Shanahan can out-coach him. But, I mean, I'm just saying, they have did a good job on the team.
And they got these other good defense coaches that are good, too. It's a kicking we got to worry about. That's what I'm worrying about. Special team. And who's good? And then how about our long snapper? We got rid of Peppers, huh? He's gone, too. Our long snapper.
The guy from Texas is good, though. The one who quit left the Texans to join us.
14 years. Weeks. His name is Weeks. He's been, I think, in the league for 14 or 15 years.
You're absolutely right.
39 years old.
I can't imagine.
39. Imagine that. They're 40.
I cannot.
They're going to draft one, I think. I think they're going to draft one. They'll draft one.
Well, Michael, we got to go. I'll see you Sunday, and let's see what develops next. Okay.
Yeah, see the good news we get from the 49ers Empire.
Yes, indeed. We will be back. All right. Night, Michael.
All right, Ronbo. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night, 49 Empires.
Thanks. Yo, Tommy.
Yo.
Tommy. Well, I don't know, Tommy. I didn't have a lot of great expectations going into free agency. I thought maybe we'd be able to sign some of our people. But we ended up not signing anybody but a few people that we don't know anything about. Well, we know a little bit about from the write-up and everything. But, Tommy, is your optimism still as high as ever? Do you scream red and gold all the time in people's faces and saying, shut up, we know what we're doing, and things like that?
You know what? I just want us to be the underdog again, people that doubt us.
Here you are.
And we get that eye of the tiger back.
Yeah.
Like in Rocky 3.
Yes. Boom, 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 boom.
Ha-ha! Chrissy Everett. Hey,
Yeah.
how about them Eagles and Saquon, dude? He's your daddy. 500 yards, just embarrassing. Jim Everett, Niner the faithful. I know you're a Niner fan. You go in every freaking chat.
Isn't he special?
He's special needs.
He's depressed. If you're a Rams fan, you got to be depressed. That's why you go bother. He doesn't bother any other team, right? But he definitely bothers us because we've oppressed him. His life has been somewhat ruined because of the 49ers. His team's got 2 trophies in their entire existence, and all he can do is give the 49ers these little moments when he can catch us a little weak. This is the only time he can go off.
I want to know why you're a Lambs fan when you live in Fresno.
How'd you find out?
Answer me that question.
He's in Fresno?
It's like if I'm I'm in the San Francisco area and I'm rooting for the freaking Yankees. Come on, that's pathetic. And I'm not even from New York.
There's a lot of people in the West Coast who like the Yankees. The Yankees are like the America's team type of thing. It's the Yanks. It's the Celtics.
I got no beef. I mean, I have nothing against the Yankees. They're like the best team in history.
Yeah. But why would you root for them if you don't live on the East Coast anywhere? And just like the Cowboys fans dominating Southern fans for the most part, all across the Mason-Dixon line. I mean, shit. We got 49er fans down there too, though, so I ain't mad at that.
So we're going to Super Bowl. We got Smack Daddy Jones on the as QB.
Tom, you see the issues coming up with that? With Mac on the bench? So. I mean, 49er fans don't, like, you know how the stadium could get, any stadium around America, Mac Jones, Mac. I can say, especially if our boys out there having a little issue that day, fans can get really impatient. We'll can you anticipate that happening?
I don't know. I mean, if Purdy's out for the year, but our O-line is not the problem. Like, it's the D-line because like you were saying in the intro, we ain't got nobody on that line.
I mean, zero. They got
But
everybody that didn't
we're
get cut.
We're in the right place at the right time because it's loaded with the great defensive linemen. So if we get 11 defensive linemen, I'm good.
Yeah, me too, because you know what? Out of 11, at least 6 of them are going to be, well, at least 5 of them are going to be good. We only need 4 in the front.
Exactly.
Mix,
And I don't see why we can't pick up Azeez Oshulari. What's going on? He can't be that expensive.
Yeah, he's still
And
available.
He's good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He'll let him continue until another month or so, and he'll be cheaper then. Although once he gets cheap, when they're about to miss the season, they'll drop their rate. So we'll see.
Why is everybody Cooper Kupp's gonna get revenge? Yeah, that's fine, but $45 million for an old injury-prone
3 years,
1-year wonder freaking receiver? What the hell?
No, 3 year, 45.
Your O-line is terrible. Our O-line is not great, but compared to the Sea Pigeons, they're trash. The Sam Darnold is going to get obliterated unless they take care of the O-line in the draft.
Oh.
Which they probably are, but
No, but they're famous. Well, this is a new coach, though. But as you mentioned, the Hawks are famous for ignoring the O-line and getting a lot of defenders. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. They may have changed philosophy.
And you see what DraftKings has us favored to win the West?
Really?
Yeah, I did.
I think we're overreacting. I'm one of the people that's
ridiculous.
overreacting. The 49ers may not be anywhere near as bad off as some of us think. Like you, I'm just worried about the defensive line. I just want to know who's going to play the defensive line.
For us?
Yeah. Like you said, pick up 11 defenders every round. Yeah, well, yeah.
Shit. If it started tomorrow, freaking Coach Derek had to go out there and play DC.
No, it's some offensive linemen. Offensive linemen have to go both ways.
It's going to be a rookie after draft.
It's gonna be more. It's got to be more than
that's
one.
definitely good. It's definitely going to be a rookie. I'm just saying, if it was going to start tomorrow.
Yeah, who would be playing
defense? If the NFL
defense?
started tomorrow. But that wouldn't even happen because the draft doesn't happen. That's just a ludicrous type of, scenarios, like hypothetical situation. Which
Yeah.
Everyone was saying that. Like, I locked on 49ers and all the other parts. What if the league started tomorrow? We'd have nobody. It's like, well, it's not going to start tomorrow, you freaking dumbass. And we wouldn't have got rid of the people. Wouldn't have got rid of Floyd and
Malik Collins and all those other guys. Tomorrow.
How are you going to get rid of, what's his name? Malik Collins.
Yeah.
And keep Jordan Elliott. They're like, his specialty is stopping the run. He was terrible stopping the run.
Wasn't he?
Why is he still on the fucking team? Sorry.
Wait, I know Elliott got cut. Elliott was one of the first people to get cut, Tommy.
No, he's still on the team.
Is he? I could have sworn I thought he was
got awful. No,
I would have kept Malik and let Jordan go before I get rid of Malik.
Really? That's what. Jesus, what is Saleh doing? He's going to Warrior games with his kids and not realizing that. I would keep Malik Collins as like a pass rusher because he actually had good numbers versus pass rush win rate. Just put him on the third down. He's not. I think they were just like, we got to get rid of these older mid-level players because they're not good against the run because that's what we want to be is good against the run. But you got to have them situational pass rushers too. Well, I don't know why not keep them.
Fam, we got to go. I'll tell you, I'll see you Sunday. I thought Jordan Elliott was okay. Anyway, Tommy, thanks for enlightening me.
He's there.
Okay.
Did you see David Lombardi's sheet? It just has here's the starters. On the D line, there was like empty spaces. I'm like, oh my God! Even David Lombardi's being real. He's not being a homer, even though I like him.
I love when he does that, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tommy, I'll see you Sunday.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. Man, this is all right.
And Michael Scabies. I don't know where you went, Michael Scabies, but behave. I don't know who you are, but just F the Lambs, F your team, F you.
Yeah, somebody said that was Tribe. I'm waiting for him to mess up.
Nah, he would have saw me and said, Tommy, Tampon Tommy. That's what he called me.
Oh, that's his name, yeah.
He would have said that.
Well, he might be getting smarter. All right, Tommy. I'll see you Sunday.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
Hi, Fab.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Tommy. You too.
Later.
All right. Let's go. Hey, Lorenzo.
What up, Ronbo?
Lorenzo, man, we're sitting up here tripping on. I didn't know Jordan Elliott. I thought they got rid of Jordan Elliott 2-3 weeks ago. And Tommy just let me know. No, Jordan Elliott and Nick. That's all you got. All right, wait. I'm talking about Drake Jackson, whose leg will not heal. Lorenzo, I know what you're going to say because you're always a cool head in this matter. I'm overreacting. That will be fine. And the 49ers know what they're doing. If they vacated that defensive line, it was because they have a plan. We have to trust that. I'm sorry, Lorenzo. You go ahead and fill that blank in. What were we going to say?
It's fucking March. I'm not worried about shit, because fuck them Cowboys and it's 0-0, All the other teams can talk shit while they can,
Amen to that.
But I've got this, Fuck yeah.
And you should. They don't. We got an intelligent bunch of people. They're not going to do anything real stupid. So.
No. They just kind of trimmed the fat, actually, whenever all the guys that are gone,
Yeah.
If you think about it, how much did they contribute this past season? They were all hurt.
Yes, none of them. All those guys that left, including Debo.
And that gave all of those rookies a chance to shine,
And they did.
I mean, we got some solid, we draft a few guys, but shit, we just need 4 solid draft picks out of 11.
Yeah.
I think we'd be competitive. Rest of the guys be healthy, and it's a new fucking season, Ronbo.
You're right. Let's go. I just want one high level. I mean, I need a defensive edge or an interior tackle. He's got to be a badass. That's all I ask. And anybody else they pick up will probably be adequate. It's going to be a training day for the defensive line, which I wasn't really ready for, but let's see.
Yeah, we'll get one from somewhere, as long as we fucking fire that damn Shanahan and Lynch. Yeah, right. Give me that Brock Purdy. Hey, let's get fucking, fuck that.
But every time you say, what are you going to get? Lots of people. Give me names.
I mean, yeah, like he's been Harbaugh. I thought he was doing. If he didn't have that, whatever tiff with the owner, then he's a good coach.
Yeah, he was. And Trent Baalke was a problem too.
Badass defenses with fucking what's that guy that won the Super Bowl? That used to be our coach. Fucking, but anyway, yeah.
Harbaugh. Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing, though, Lorenzo, about that. That team was already Medi-Raid. McLuhan already brought that team in. He brought all those guys in. All Harbaugh had to do was come in and put the love and touch on it.
But you got to have a quarterback. I think Purdy. I like Purdy. I
do too.
Because I was like, oh shit, Jimmy went down again. We're fucked.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, Jimmy, stay hurt.
Yeah, Purdy came in, fill that blank up real quick. He needs offensive line protection though, because we saw him on his horse too many times.
I mean, they didn't win the Super Bowl. Well, fucking the guy's arm was fucked. Backup shit his pants. I mean, what the hell do you want?
I know, right? I'm always amused by people who just look over the facts to make that kind of dig. I mean,
yeah.
Did you see what happened?
And Jimmy could have, threw it, or he could have ran a little faster. It was a matter of, just, change the whole tune,
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to have a good quarterback. You can't. They just don't grow,
No, I know. That's why you got to be careful. We throwing things away that you can.
It was like, that one year when the last game of Steve Young. Oh man, I was at that game too.
Were you?
I was so fucking pissed off. Yeah, I was at that game, Sun Devil Stadium.
Yeah.
Man, the whole crowd just went like, we're like, oh man, we were kicking ass too again.
That hurts worse too.
Like, son.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you just like, man, that's it. Young's down. Fucking
game over.
Last game. Yes, it was. A lot of people probably don't even know that used to play in Sun Devil Stadium,
Yeah, because that indoor stadium, that's the thing about the Cardinals playing outside. I don't know how people sat out there. Yeah, I've been to Arizona a few times. Every time I went, I said, this is a desert. This is hot. Whoo, this is hot. So,
Depends what time of year. January's not bad. December's not bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it comes down to everybody else's springtime, and then you appreciate it. Actually, Vegas is the same way. So.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm always optimistic. We'll do something right. We're not going to suck. I mean, we got Shanahan and Lynch, and Purdy. Got
Yeah,
both
and you
of
got
them,
and Robert
we
Saleh. I keep losing sight of that fact.
Yeah, we got. We'll be in there. Right now, you're going to talk shit to me. You're going to have to go line up on Sunday, or shut the fuck up, That's what I feel about it,
I like that.
Hey, somebody, hey, I'm gonna kick your ass. What fucking doing? Shut up,
Because Lorenzo, Fred Warner, you're gonna have to draft a couple of defensive linemen. You're gonna have to maybe look at, is there really a kick-ass kid in the draft for linebacker, or can D. Winters do it? Do we have a linebacker that can actually play next to Fred and fill any of the void that's going to be left by Dre Greenlaw? No, I would say offhand, just thinking about who's in the clubhouse already. But is there a kid out there that might be another Dre or better?
Yeah, you never know. You just never know. Remember, we had like a shitload of bad luck. We had that one fucking guy they drafted with all the problems. Remember what the hell was his name? Went
What
first
position?
round.
Oh,
Linebacker.
Oh,
And then we had that other rookie
Borland?
that was all pro his first year, and he fucking quit because he doesn't want to, be poster child for head injuries.
oh yeah, that's my boy
Yeah,
Chris Borland. Who was before Borland though?
Yeah.
Man, I love me some
you
Chris
know?
Borland. That boy was crazy strange. I mean, Borland be
Yeah.
going up under big dudes, sliding up under them and go get that quarterback. What the? And blam. But
Yeah.
like you said, the way he
Yeah.
plays, you knew he's going to get hurt.
And then you like, they played, you're like, fuck, because he quit. He was so healthy. He was a badass didn't even play his second year,
He was player of the week how many weeks? And he was a rookie. Borland was averaging over 20 tackles a game. What? Damn. Rizzo, we got to pull up. I got in here too late tonight. I don't want to make people wait too long. Rizzo, appreciate you, fam. And see you Sunday, okay?
All right, man. Hey, stay positive. Don't be big.
No, I am.
Fuck them Cowboys again. Goddamn twice even on Sunday.
There you go.
All right, we'll see y'all. Good night. Later.
All right. Night, fam. As 49er fans, we can be indignant. See, Rams, you don't have, your pedigree ain't worth a damn. So don't be jumping up in the 49ers face talking trash. You're not qualified. Shut up. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Tony. Well, Tony, what were we talking about on X? That last matter we were talking about.
Well, hammering bloody, what's his name?
Because
Rudy.
you always bring up things that I wasn't thinking about. The matter of the 49ers having ownership of a Scottish football team was something I had no idea. Because I read a lot of stuff, but I don't read everything. And this is hilarious. It will explain some things, actually.
What about this, Ronbo? What about, obviously they had this conversation with the front office and Chokahan and Lynch a little while ago,
Yeah.
would you say?
Oh, yeah.
What, week or 2 weeks, maybe more?
Maybe a month or two. I don't think anything, these guys go over things with a fine-tooth comb and they start early. So I'm pretty sure about that's probably true.
Okay, so when they got to the conversation about the quarterback,
I know what you're going to say.
what did Jed York say to him? Hey, Jed, what about the quarterback? How much money? Listen, Patrick Mahomes is $45 million this year, so you ask him, is he better than Patrick Mahomes? I'm giving you, let's say for argument's sake, $40 million for the quarterback. I don't care what you two idiots do. Get yourself another quarterback. If you can't come to a negotiation with this dude, well, you can start the other one. So maybe if Brock Purdy's agent and these guys can't come together, what if they trade him and they start Mac?
Tony, actually, I wouldn't even be surprised. I still think they brought him in there for something. The reason you stated is as solid as any. And then they go ahead and get another backup quarterback. I think Kyle probably believes in Mac Jones enough to actually pull that off. Because his agent's going to say, "Listen, you're going to give my guy what? He's doing better than half the guys getting paid $55 million. You're telling me $40 million is all you're going to pay? Well, we're out of here."
Yeah. I was thinking about it the other day, and I thought, you know what?
Same
Look,
here.
we've got, because here's the thing. We've got 21 draft picks over the next 2 seasons. 12 of them, 6 of them next year, and 6 of them the year after that are inside the 4th round. They've got 6 picks in 2 years in a row inside the 4 rounds, first 4 rounds. So maybe they've said to him, look, you're going to have to do it this way, and check it out. Next 2 years, is there any quarterbacks coming out that are worth the shit?
Yeah. Tony, you're talking about what Jed York is probably proposing?
Yeah. So these guys might trade him, Ronbo. I hope they don't. I don't want to see Mac Jones, Mr.
I know, but I just hope they do it on their own device. I don't want Jed York trying to work the draft, because Jed has his plate full with what he's trying to do, and he's
not going to work the draft.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I even want any suggestions from him. Just tell me what you don't want me to do, and then you can leave the office now. Because the minute Jed starts doing that, then he becomes Jerry Jones and some of the other legendary mess-ups owners down through the years in every sport. George Steinbrenner. These are teams, man, it just made a mess. Well, the Yankees won pennants in World Series, but Jerry Jones, his micromanaging is just sick. And what am I saying? He doesn't have a GM.
I don't think he's going to do it to that stage, Ronbo. But you know what? Billionaires are billionaires because they hate losing money.
Yeah.
They don't like losing money.
True.
Right? And think about it, right? So maybe Jed said to him, listen, boys, I need 7 to 8 wins. That'll cover my expenses for this year. And the Super Bowl, which is going to be in my stadium, is going to put me in front. So give me 7 to 8 wins, and then do whatever the hell you want to do. Right?
I mean, Tony, you think he's saying it in jest. I do believe conversations like this do take place, though. You know, because it's about money, like you're saying. And Jed that gives people the thought that the 49ers might compete in the playoffs. That's all he wants. Tony, I think 7 or 8 is not. He needs at least 9. And then you've got a real shot, actually.
I'm talking about he wants to just cover his expenses and make a profit, Ronbo.
9 will do it.
The money's in the bag this year, all right? The money's in the bag for him. For talking about Jed, not Kyle.
Yeah.
Or the 49ers team.
With TV, they don't take losses anyway.
He needs to pack out that stadium 7, 8 times. Let's say 9 times. The Super Bowl is going to be at his stadium. How much are the tickets for the Super Bowl?
God only
They're
knows.
4 times the amount than they normally are in the regular season. So he's going to make his money anyway. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's true.
It's up to Kyle. It's up to Kyle to impress Jed, to say, well, this is what I've got to play with. All right, I have to make do with this stuff. We've got to make it happen. Mm-hmm. He wants to see how committed he is. Right? Don't be surprised if like a lot of the boys and girls say, his ass is on the chopping block, mate.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't at least make it to the playoffs this year, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be 2 years in a row.
The Bartolo's have got to have an influence in this talk as well, mate.
That's going to be unacceptable. Tony, we got to go. I'll see you Sunday. I love the conspiracy theory. Those are always fun anyway. Watch, you know what? We're going to see if it happens or not, though. All right, G.
Mac Jones is your starting quarterback. Trez will hunt him down and kill him. Kyle Shanahan, I'm talking about. He'll slap him across the face.
Tony, well, I'll see you Sunday. Cheers, my man.
Cheers, brother.
And what if Tony was on to something really? Bernard Bryan says, Tony, that might franchise. They might they can. I don't understand about the franchise tag, though. Can you administer that before a final? Can't Brock sit down and just say, look, I'm not playing. You can't franchise him until next year, can you? I'm very confused about that. I know. Hey, yo, Papa Durango. Nah. Pop, get in here, man. I bet you can answer that question, too.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Hello, everyone. Hi.
Bob, can they franchise tag this year?
No.
That's what I thought.
He's on a contract.
Right. He has
a contract.
If anything, Brock Purdy, if he doesn't play, actually the 49ers in theory could actually sue him, right? Because he is under contract.
No. They control his rights. He has to play out the last year. So if he sits out this year for the whole year, it's just basically reset the next year. So he has to finish out the last eligibility.
He can sit out for the next 5 years, and because he'll still owe that year.
Obviously, the hopes that I was hoping that he would be smart and do the Tom Brady thing and take less. I mean, his wife is just good looking as Giselle, so she can get out there and make some money.
Hey, but Pop, here's the thing: if this is his rookie contract, did Tom in his rookie contract accept less, or did he start that after second year or so?
Tom Brady was routinely usually around the 15th highest paid on average in his career. If I recall the story correctly.
I do know he wasn't the highest paid. Yeah, I agree. I didn't know the percentages or what the ranking was.
Well, that can lead to that can lead to frustration when you take less and then, you let certain players go, like they let Randy Moss go and things like that. So that's kind of like the beginning of the end there. But, it's here's the interesting thing with Purdy, in my opinion. He is basically Mac Jones with better mobility, better leadership skills, better head on his shoulders, better processing, right? Mac Jones processes well. I think the arms are about the same, but Mac Jones is less athletic than Jimmy Garoppolo was. So the concern is not that. The concern is what Kyle wants and who Kyle falls in love with and falls out of love with. So, we saw what he's done to quarterbacks in the past. He's been through quite a few quarterbacks. So, to me, the bigger concern is Kyle Shanahan. Because him and his father both are terrible with quarterbacks. Unless the quarterback is a Hall of Famer. That's why, to me, what made the most sense with Aaron Rodgers. If you're going to bring an asshole into the locker room, make no mistake about it, Mac Jones is an asshole. Mac Jones is already sitting around the pool right now talking about he's taking that job. And I like that. I like that. Personally, I like that.
And I hope Brock finds out about it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Brock, I think the thing that you cannot question is that there is a big time divide over what he's worth everywhere. If he was truly a franchise quarterback, there wouldn't be a question.
True.
You follow what I'm saying? If he was truly the man, there would not be a question. There
I've heard
would not
arguments.
be a question about the system
Yeah,
Would
I've
not
heard
be a
arguments
question
on
of
radio
him.
stations and platforms where two guys are going back and forth about Brock Purdy's worth. You're right. It's a big split.
So to me, it's not a definite thing. Even if you do sign him, we've already got a little bit of a preview. If he doesn't have everybody around him, he was missing most of the Avengers last year, and he, honestly, he looked about as good as Nick Mullins looked.
Okay,
So,
Pop. I just want to ask you before you continue with that one though. Tell me about a quarterback that doesn't have good talent around him that's doing well. When people say that, I wonder, well, how does a quarterback function who doesn't have any tools?
I'll be happy to.
Please. Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. They got no talent really. I mean, they got offensive lines, but I mean,
what year are you talking about though, Pop? That they didn't have any
I'm
talent.
talking about this year.
This past year?
Did Josh Allen have? Who was scared? Who was scaring defenses? Who were people double teaming? Who?
No, I do. Josh Allen down through the years though has had some really great talents, but this past year, They were okay, but they weren't super. You're true. That's true.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, they did what we did last year, right? They cut $70 million in dead money, right? And they went to the offseason. No one thought they were going to make the playoffs, and they got pretty daggone far.
They did.
So there is no substitution for good teamwork and a good head coach. So if you got good teamwork and a good head coach, but the 49ers don't have that. They have very talented players, and they have cliques, and they have a coach who can't lead men. That's the reality. So no matter what the conspiracy theory is about the Yorks and what they're doing, I mean, they just spent $200 million everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Detroit sucks off everybody.
Go ahead, Pop.
Yes, Detroit does blow everybody. But it's I don't know about the conspiracy. I do know this. They still have serious talent on the team, whether people realize it or not. When it comes to the Avengers, they're only down one, and that's Debo. The rest of them are still there.
And Brock Purdy. You're right. That's what I was thinking about that. Offensively, they have no business struggling with weaponry. It's the line. How much of a contribution can they actually give toward the effort? That's my only concern.
Well, the Vikings just released their center, so hopefully the 49ers will pick him up. So that'd be a big step in the right direction if they go get that guy. So we'll have to see what they decide to do. But based on the biggest problem I see with the 49ers right now, I think a lot of us would be feeling a lot better had they re-signed Greenlaw. Just give us that. But they didn't. Greenlaw. If the 49ers had re-signed Greenlaw, a lot of us would
be relaxed. Yeah.
We'd be a lot better. We'd be a lot better.
We would, yeah.
So now everything is on the table in the draft, right? So, I mean, we could pick a linebacker in the first round. I wouldn't blame them because they got nobody but Fred.
Yeah.
So they can go in a lot of different directions. So it's going to be really what coaching job can Saleh do. And I tell you what, here's the sucky part. Let's say Saleh does this crazy-ass coaching job. Just crazy. Yeah. Like the 49ers are just way better on defense than people thought. They're just mopping up this little last place schedule. Saleh will be gone next year as a head coach.
Yeah, I know,
so it's
right?
like, keeping continuity is the important thing. And I think the unfortunate thing is like, I've always felt that the Yorks don't prioritize that championship like the old ownership did. Because if you do, you don't do what you're doing this year. I'm okay with the departures. I'm talking about where's the additions. And there were some players out there that could have helped us that went other places, and that the cost wasn't even that steep. We just didn't even pursue them. So it's very, very interesting season for the 49ers overall. But honestly, I'm not scared. I'm not all that worried. I still think that they should be competitive. If Brock is elite, like some people like to say, they'll be competitive. If Kyle Shanahan is elite, like people say, they'll be competitive. And they, their favorite to win a division.
I just heard that a little while ago. But Fab, we got to pull up. I'm going to save that last part you said, because coming from you, that's very special. That last minute and a half or so, and I'll play that back mid-season, especially if we're up.
Play it back.
Pop, we gotta
Like
go
I
though.
said, those guys that are elite will be all right.
Get right now.
Hello there, 49er fan. We see ya. Oh, look at who was that? She's looking around
I think that's Chloe. Hey, fam, we will see you Sunday. That's right,
All right,
All right. Night, Pop. Give my best to the best of the family too. Chloe, is that you? Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hey, Chloe. I'm glad you guys
Hi, Uncle
got
Ronbo.
that figured out. Hi, Chloe. God, Chloe, I saw your clip. I saw you fighting. Looks like you know what you're doing. Oh, God.
Thank you. I have a fight coming up. That's why.
Really?
Yeah.
In April.
Mhm.
Damn. Chloe, I never knew you were interested in MMA. When did this come on?
I've
Always.
been.
Yes.
Wow.
But I started getting into it like 2.5 years ago.
I'm seriously into it, yes. It looks like I'm watching the technique. I'm saying, look at Chloe. She's got that fire, too. Because, Chloe, fighters are born. They're not, they don't just all of a sudden decide a nerd can't come in and start training and thinks he's going to become a fighter. It's got to be innate. It's got to be that savage gene. You go, girl. Shucks. I can't wait. Woo! CeeLo, I know you're proud.
Yes, man. She had shown me, like, we had her in softball first, and I helped coach because I played baseball before, and we had her. We coached her into 3 championships. She won 2. Nobody goes to like 3 championships back, and you know how hard that is for anything. And
we know about that. Yeah.
Yes, man. We won 2, lost 1, and then she wanted to pursue fighting. And I said, okay, that's going to be a big transition, but I want you to be extremely dedicated with a heart of a champion coming out of this, the same heart of a champion out of playing this sport. And sometimes it's a hard transition, but as a girl, it's very hard for men to be impressed if you're a good fighter. So I told her, we're not going to go do no matches. We're not going to do nothing. We're going to work really hard until the coaches start coming up to us, till the parents start coming up to us saying, we believe in her. Why don't you put her in matches? Like she's got it. She got what it takes. And they started doing that like about a year ago. And it's been nonstop. We stop in, we pay for walk-ins and other gyms to get the best quality coaches to just impute anything that I tell her to always ask the highest ranked belts, always ask the coaches, force them to give you something extra, force them to give you like any tip in the mindset, how to come out of something that's difficult. And she's an elite student like that, craving that kind of intel. And if you can see in some of her clips, she's all over it.
I was seeing it. I was noticing it. And I love the part about guys. So you know what? Studying Taekwondo as long as I did, some of the worst sparring matches I had were with girls because they've got they've got more speed because of the flexibility, right? Oh man, I learned stay on your toes. She will take your head off. So I still love that. Hey,
I'm actually a high kicker too.
Yeah, I knew it. See, girls feel like they don't need to pull no technique either because like it's a dude, handle it. God, that's awesome, Chloe. Still, Chloe, about the 49ers though. Could you guys? What do you think about what's going on right now?
Go ahead, Chloe. You go first.
I feel like the 49ers are gonna like surprise everybody.
You heard it.
I keep thinking bad things because of the way it looks as far as personnel goes, but I got a feeling they know what they're doing, and the 49ers may have a plan. They're not going to tell anybody, so we'll see. I agree.
I think they have a recipe. They're going to sneak up on some people because right now they're giving, if you can see the way the league's talking, you know how everybody is. You got, the trolls that talk and the haters.
Yeah.
And then what's going on here, they're going to still sneak up on you. It's good because then we're going to slap you in the face with our draft picks and people that are going to hit. We already got some people that are going to come in from last year. Man, I like Mustafa, man. He's just he's
everybody's
evolving.
favorite.
Dude, he's something special. You see that dog that fight him? There's something in any player's eyes. There's just something. You can see the heart in the eyes. It's the fire. It's bleeding out of the heart and the fire coming out in the eyes. He don't play around. You know what I mean? And then it's that kind of thing. You played football, stuff like that. It's contagious. Just like what Fred Warner does. And you know what? I keep hearing all this stuff, the speculation about that picture in the back. Put Fred back there. He's earned it.
You know what?
Fred's a dog. You know
At
what I mean?
some point,
put a dog
it
right there
will
by
be
Montana.
legit. The only thing I worry about it because, like, if I put a picture up there, I don't want to have to take it down again. Joe was there forever. He never comes down.
Yeah.
So I was thinking I'd put up, Rice, a Young, maybe Bill Walsh. I said, because, people gave me so much grief when I had Jimmy up there. My God, it was vicious. So I said,
I've had Kittle up there because Kittle looked like he going retire a Niner. And
I
he's got
agree.
great character. He's got great character.
I
What
think
if
he
you
is
put
going to
a picture
retire.
of him
man.
smiling back there or something like that? Come on, man.
Yeah. J.K. got the biggest personality on the team. Yeah, it's easy to find some shots of him
Got
anyway.
swagger, man.
Dude is hilarious. And the
got
bad thing
humor
about it is we
swagger.
saw his buddies leave, a lot of his buddies, because you look at Juice.
Yeah, there's been some out
Dre.
situation.
Yeah.
Yes, but guess what? You know what I mean? Hey, if you're gone, you're gone. We can't cry over no spilled milk, man. It's time to boss up, bring in who we need to bring in some new young hyenas, and let's get to business. Straight up. You know what I mean? We're going to back them up as soon as that season crack off. We're going to be
I know, right? We're going to forget all about them dudes.
You know what I mean? We're gonna watch everything preseason, and we're gonna be looking at them like we're the scouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, did this pan out? Like, because there's gonna be some hits. People be here doubting, but I'm sorry, there's gonna be some hits. I love the way they go in the back of the draft and they pull out these gold nuggets. You know what I mean? Straight up. Aren't we the 49ers?
This year. Fourth or
about
fifth
that gold?
round.
Right?
Mhm.
So, hey, man, we got some gold nuggets. You know what is crazy? This mystery relevant gold nugget. What you talking about?
I expect it, CeeLo. They do it all the time. What is a Mustafa? I never heard of a Mustafa before the draft. I looked at this dude. He's built like a rock, but he's just a kid, and he just got out of the draft. So he comes in there. I still picture Mustafa, and it looks like everybody else is moving in slow motion. The dude is making gains on the team, and all of a sudden, this bullet flies by everybody and takes a dude down. I said, "Who was that?"
Impressive.
Mustafa, that rookie. Wow. So I said, from that day on, this dude can play. People only call him Ronnie Lott Jr. I said, oh, wait, don't get carried away. But he is good.
Mustafa's the real deal. Straight up and down like 6 o'clock. You watch, it's going to be like this again.
Celia used to send some great rhymes in on the chat, man. See, you gotta give us some more of that stuff, man. It used to make me laugh so hard.
Oh, absolutely.
Listen, we gotta go, y'all. Hey, listen, I'm you know what? I'd rather Facebook because that way I can call or we can hook up anytime, all right? So I'm gonna get back to you.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna send that to you in just a little bit, all right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Bye,
Chloe, you back in
Mama.
there? Hang tough, Chloe. I know you'll be good because you got that mentality. Go get them. All right, see y'all. Y'all have a
good
great
one.
night too.
Much love to all you and everybody. Your platform's amazing.
Thanks,
And
fam.
all the 49er fam in there, we love you, man. We love all your characters in there. And much love. A prayer to somebody. I remember there was somebody in here that
Smooth.
took a loss in
Yesterday.
their family.
Yeah.
God bless him, man. I prayed for him as soon as I seen that live. We praying for you,
Sad.
me and Chloe. Right, Chloe?
Yes. It's
Prayer
appreciated.
warriors
I know
for
it
y'all.
is too.
Straight up.
Yeah.
All right,
All
talk
right.
to y'all.
Looking forward to it. Night, Chloe.
Mhm.
Bye, Uncle Ronbo.
Night, CeeLo. All right.
Good night.
There they go. I've been talking to Chloe and CeeLo for, God, ever since I first started doing this. Chloe was just a little bitty girl. She was hilarious. Who knew she was going to grow up to be that kind of beautiful and a fighter? Oh, whoa. Hey, there he is. Hey, Ron.
What's up, Ronbo?
Triple A, man, we sitting there tripping, because Raymond's will come in here and correct everything in a minute. Or Trey comes in and says, okay, it's been real cute and cuddly in here. Hey, Aaron, have you been around since Trey used to be having fun and everybody's getting all pumped up, making ourselves feel better in a very gloomy situation back in 15, 16, 17. And Trey come in, all right, it's been awfully cute and cuddly in here tonight. Let me give you all the facts. We're in real trouble. Trey, where you at, man? We missed that. Get in there, man, because Raymond is waiting on you anyway. You know this. Triple A, what are you thinking, man? Because I'm looking at, we talked about this earlier. The 49ers got a D as far as what they did during the franchise free agency period, right? Do they deserve that D?
Triple A?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I mean, to be fair, to be fair, I mean, I know most people are not pleased like the way the 49ers did in this free agency. So, and you know, they want to get younger and cheaper. So,
yeah,
I get it. So, but you know, that's how a good team does. Like they, you know, like for example, the Bills got rid of their players like last season,
like crazy
during the off season. So, and look at them, they made it to the
AFCCG, right?
AFC Championship.
You know,
so,
and they had a $70 million dead cap as well. This is what as soon as I seen that dead cap, I said, "Oh, Niners, you're gonna need a backhoe to get you up out of that hole." Oh my God! But I didn't realize what happened to the Bills last year. The Rams went through that 2-3 years ago. So, you know, it ain't impossible to still have a season.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, and we still got some talent. You know, we have Brock, Trent, Kittle, CMC.
Yeah. No, the offense is still.
You know, he gotten better over the last couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. Any defense that thinks they're going to stop that offense has got a surprise coming. I just don't want the other team to be on the field all day, so our offense doesn't get a chance to work. You know, because the wide receiver room,
right,
tough. With DeMarcus, yes, that's good. And running back situation, we're going to draft a running back. Hey, you know what? I like Isaac, and I don't know if we're going to get JP back or not, but we got some running backs. And if they pick up one more, that's cool.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
in the third round.
So, and, you know, they'll probably draft in 09, probably in the second or third round. So,
yeah, they may have to. Although they probably want to go defense for the first 3 rounds in a row because you need a linebacker.
But you know what?
What?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm the 49ers, I'm drafting probably 5 defensive linemen in this draft because our D-line room is paper thin.
And there's lots in this draft, so it's a good idea anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, for example, like, you look at the Eagles D-line, they got, like, 5 or 6 guys that are good.
I know, right? Because the thing is, they use Georgia as their farm club. I mean, Howie just sits there. He doesn't look around anywhere else in the league. What's going on in Georgia? Hey guys, if you're looking for me, I'll be off the campus for the next 2 weeks. That's all Howie does. The Bird Dogs, the Georgia Bulldogs, and he brings them in, and they produce. My God, they were scary. Ask Patrick about the Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah.
Mahomes didn't know what happened. This is the way, every time he threw his arm back, they was all over him. I was like, my God, Howie Roseman struck again. So, yeah.
But, so, yeah, like, and other than that, I mean, I have confidence in John Lynch. He can fix, the defense. So
that's his specialty, yeah, actually.
Yeah, I'm excited for the draft.
Man, I can't wait till that night. Because we're all going to be sitting on pins and needles. The 49ers are on the clock. Oh, God, here we go. The 49ers have traded down to pick number 13, which goes to, and okay, I got to wait two more. I got to wait two more picks. Every time that happens, have you noticed? We traded down a few times down through the years. The pick just before or after is the one you wanted. Then the 49ers go get something else. Triple A, my trust on the 49ers in the first round is very shaky, okay? Because we got one guy that we can actually say, boy, that was a good first-round pick. Well, we got two. But B.A. became a problem child just recently. But Nick Bosa is the real deal. No problem there. But I'm not going to go down through the list of the others. But, it's got to get better. So this year they can't make a lot of mistakes. They've got a lot of experience in this now. Get it right, John. Don't talk to Kyle. Kyle cannot pick a quarterback.
Yeah.
Or his wide receiver, I guess he picked out Ricky and B.A. I give him credit on that, but just don't let him pick anything else. Defensive, well, I could be wrong. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, we got some pieces on the defense, like, of course, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Diablo Lenore, Mustafa, and Renard and Green. So
yeah, we already have.
We just got to add more pieces.
That Pinnock,
to the
I understand, is
defensive
solid
line.
too. So yeah. And that dude Trey Green, you see the clip on him? That dude, let's see what he looks like when he gets here. I mean, he can play. So coming over from the Hawks, let him go. He got injured really seriously, and the Hawks say goodbye. Hawks will let you go when you get hurt. That's one thing about them. Yeah. In fact, where's Jamal Adams? He got hurt. Good night, Jamal. What? Yeah, we got Richard Sherman. Ask Richard Sherman about how the Hawks treat you when you get hurt. Woo! Hey, Triple A, I'll see you Sunday. And, something's going to happen between now and tomorrow. We got Mac Jones since we talked last time, and no telling what's going to happen next.
All right, Ronbo.
All right. All right, Triple A. Appreciate you, fam. Night. And Mr. Night, Mr. Block Ice, in the draft, we must kick ass with magic picks. Go ahead and look at it, too. Magic picks. Ah, man. Tommy says, these poverty lambs better back that crap up. Talk. Tommy, if one thing we're used to with the Rams, Rudy, even as we speak, he spends all of his waking hours coming up with things to post on social media that he thinks we're impressed with. When you don't have anything in your history, it makes it tough to run smack. But he tries. He makes a fool of himself, but it doesn't matter to him. He's got thick skin. So, hey, yo, Eric. Eric, the proud new owner of a Cooper Cup. Eric. Oh, I can't wait to hear what he has to say about this. Eric. Eric may have stepped away from his phone. We'll come back to him. Hey, is that right? It's Felix. Felix.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. I was on here for an hour. I couldn't wait. How you doing, bro?
Felix, good to hear from you again. I haven't heard from you in forever. How you doing?
Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. Hey, man. Okay, you like honesty, right?
All the time.
You like honesty.
Well, most of the time. Yeah.
But first of all, you don't bring sand to the beach. They're not finna pay Brock Purdy. Why? So, because there was a report that they were looking at Jameis Winston, right?
I saw that.
There's a report they're looking at Jameis Winston.
Scared me to death.
So you brought in a quarterback who you was in love with. So if you were the woman and y'all talking, contemplating about a long-term commitment, and now your girl who you was in love with is free,
yeah,
you start calling her. They're not finna sign Brock Purdy, bro. I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
Okay.
They're not gonna come to an agreement.
Okay.
Brock Purdy gonna start playing. He's gonna suck. They're gonna put in Mac Jones. And that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but will they sign him to the contract? They will have signed him to a contract already, though, right?
I don't think they're gonna sign him.
No, I mean,
for me,
okay.
now listen. For me, for Brock Purdy, he making $985,000 a year.
That's
If the
correct.
49ers offer him $42-43 million, I would take it. You know, that's a hell of a raise.
Yeah, he really is.
Because he can't afford to sit out. So if they don't pay, they would come to a contract agreement. He has no choice but to play. To me, I felt like that deal should have already been done. They know the going rate for quarterbacks. For the love of God, they gave Dak Prescott $60 million. He's only had 2 playoff wins in about 8 years. Brock Purdy has been to the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. And that's reality. He played pretty good in the Super Bowl. He really did.
Yeah.
But they're not going to. I feel in my heart of hearts, I feel like they're not going to pay him.
Yeah, you could be right.
I don't think they are. I'm telling you what's going to happen. They know Brock Purdy cannot afford to hold out. He's going to play. As soon as he had on one of them 3 interception games, they're going to put Mac Jones in. Watch.
Well, not the first time, but if he does it twice. And also, if they want to keep Brock, you make him play this year. You franchise tag him next year if he does that well, to buy some more time. Although the franchise tag is about 42, it'll be higher next year. So Brock makes a lot of money for 2 years in a row, no matter what. And if he does a good job,
right.
He'll attract. It's not a losing situation for Brock Purdy coming off a less than $1 million, contract anyway, no matter what.
Ronbo, you don't bring sand to the beach, bro.
Yeah, wow.
Mac Jones is the sand. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Or you don't hire the most gorgeous house. If you're looking for a maid or somebody just to keep the house, you don't hire the most gorgeous one out there and bring her in the house and expect. Arnold Schwarzenegger did that. No, actually, she wasn't all that hot. But she was right down the hall, and Arnold was down there visiting all the time, right?
And now he got a baby on the side, right?
Yeah,
so yeah,
it looks just like him. There's no doubt about whose son it is.
so listen to this. Listen to this, Ronbo. I feel like the Niners kept the players they were supposed to keep. In actuality, George Kittle has been our best player for years. I don't care if it's I don't care if his mother's throwing him the ball. I don't care if it's Beathard. I don't care if it's Garoppolo. I don't care if it's Purdy. He has been our best player. Okay, Ufonga is hurt. Debo, he fell off. What's the guy in the middle? Javon Hargrave, he fell off.
Yeah.
So a lot of these players, they were hurt anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we need to focus on the line and on our defense. I think our secondary is good, but if we can, and I think they're going to do well in the draft. They're gonna draft well in the draft. We have the 11th pick, but I mean, this brought because they should have been paid him.
Okay, but listen,
they know the.
Felix, let me just add one more thought for you before you contemplate. Mac Jones, according to Mr. Box, and he's right, Mac Jones was benched for Bailey Zappi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, number one, you had Matt Patricia, a defensive coordinator, calling your offense. That's number one. Number two,
Bailey looked good right away.
The Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But you got to give Mac Jones some credit. He did go to the Pro Bowl, so it's some potential there.
Yeah, which is really still amusing to me. Yeah, as an alternate.
And you know how Kyle Shanahan can groom quarterbacks. Look what he did with Purdy. Purdy was the last pick. Mac Jones was like 11th or 12th pick. So you know how he feels about quarterback. In actuality, if Trey Lance never had got hurt because there was potential there, he perhaps had been a quarterback, but he got hurt or whatever. That's fine. But that's going to be that's going to be interesting to watch. So now listen, I'm telling you this. I don't think, and they know they're not going to give him what he wants, and they know he can't hold out. So they're going to make him play on that contract watch.
Could be right.
I'm telling you.
Wait, Rams are dangerous. I've told you about that that pedophile crap. So you can take 30 minutes to think about that and come back if you want to. But I'm tired of telling you, man. I don't know how many times I told you to cut that out. God, he's annoying. All right, go ahead, Phil.
Yeah. So that's what I feel like is going to happen. And like I said, we can't compare. Well, the Rams did it as far as all the dead cat money, and the Bills did it. But Josh Allen is elite. Matthew Stafford is elite. Brock Purdy is not like at that elite level yet. So, so you see sometimes you can have quarterbacks to kind of take up the slack, and I don't think.
Yeah, there's a few.
Brock Purdy's not there yet. There's a few. There's a few yet, but Brock Purdy's not there yet.
And Felix, it's very few too, because most quarterbacks do crumble as soon as they lose their troops. Exactly. We saw it, and Patrick even went down this year. But Patrick went down because his offensive. There's always something that can disrupt a quarterback. I don't care how good he is, right? So this is why I always say when people go after Brock Purdy for this and that and this and that, I say, you know what? I don't know that a lot of quarterbacks still wouldn't suffer the same way. So that's why I think he gets a bad rap. We're going to find out, though, because if 49ers do what you say, that means they feel the same way as a lot of the other half between the love and hate crowd is for Brock Purdy.
Just remember, I told you this, Ronbo. Don't bring sand to the beach. Don't bring sand to the beach, bro.
It's not original, Felix. You know, a lot of people feel this way. They do think that Brock Purdy should not going to get paid and should not get paid. And I feel bad about that because, man, what does a man have to do to get paid around here? See, Brock Purdy's went through how many NFC CGs and a Super Bowl? Come on, man. But I understand what you're saying. We don't want to clean the till out, but I think they cleared that space out as far as the bank goes, just so they can give Brock what they think he is going to ask for. So let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Yeah. Would you feel comfortable giving Brock Purdy $60 million? Yes or no? No.
Okay, there you go. Okay. There you go. Out Ronbo's mouth himself. So there you go.
Okay, but I'm not saying below 50 either, though. So anyway, all right, Felix. Hey, Felix, good to hear from you too. Let's see. I'm gonna be back Sunday. Get in here. I'll be looking for you.
Oh, okay.
All right, fam. All right, Felix.
Take care. All right.
Fam, in fact, I don't know how many quarterbacks in the league should be getting $60 million, and Dak should go to Jerry himself and say, Jerry, listen, I appreciate the gesture. You gave me way too much money. I'm going to give you $5 million back a year, all right? Let's call it a day. And get these people off of me. I'm serious, Dak should think about that. It's embarrassing. They restructured him every year, for the last 5 or 6 years? And Jerry, why'd you give it to him in the first place then? Oh, hey, that's your team. Eric, come on in. Eric's probably looking at footage of he's got all kind of film on Cooper Kupp, and he's getting all excited about getting a brand new Super Bowl MVP as a wide receiver. Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, man, we're looking at some of the things that are going on here, and you know how we like to do. We like to speculate and let our imagination run wild. And as you've heard some of the scenarios tonight and the theories, along with Don Bird talking about Detroit Steel versus everybody.
Yeah,
Steven, have you come up?
Detroit is stupid. Detroit has lead in their water. That's why they think it's them versus everybody. That's why.
That's still an issue in Detroit, isn't it? Steven, you're distant.
Yes,
your microphone's not as clear today.
Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick.
All right.
Better?
Yeah, it's a little better. All right. Sounds normal. Okay. Usually when your mic is at its best, I could hear Rome going crazy in the back. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's a reoccurring thing, especially on Fridays.
Yeah. Steven, we got a few things that are going on right now that people are thinking ahead. I'm the 49ers in the defensive line, and I didn't even know we still had what's the guy we got from Cleveland, the defensive lineman?
Khalil Davis?
No.
Or Khalil Davis.
Hey, did we get him from Cleveland?
Or
I'm talking about the guy that was supposed to be good at stopping the run, but people ran through him faster than they ran through Mustafa. So
I think it's Khalil Davis.
No, Khalil Davis.
Khalil.
No. This is
Jordan Elliott.
His name is Jordan. I got to remember that stuff. Jordan Elliott. I thought Jordan was gone.
On the team, Ronbo?
What?
Yetur Gross Matos.
No, I like him. I don't want to see him leave. I just want him to stay healthy.
Too.
That dude's vicious and big. I didn't realize how big he was until one time I caught a clip where they showed him standing up and everybody else getting up off the ground. He just kept on getting up. I said, damn, I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah, Yetur.
That's a huge dude.
He's a freak of nature. I mean, Yetur is his ethic of work matches his name. Just a freak human being. I've never met anyone named Yetur or with the full name Yetur Gross.
Hey,
Matos.
Steven,
that is crazy.
Where is his heritage from? Where is he from? Or where's his folks from? Or great grandfather?
That is a very good question
Gross
because I wouldn't be able
Matos.
to tell you.
Because he has the size
Matos, that's Spanish,
of a Polynesian. I wonder where's his lineage? I'm gonna go look that up. I gotta remember. I've been meaning to look that up forever. But go ahead. He stays. Jordan Elliott. I thought he was gone.
Yeah, no, he is definitely. Jordan Elliott's still with us. You know who else is with us? Ironically enough, well, not ironically, but like, it actually kind of surprised me. Tatum Bethune. I thought we got rid of Tatum Bethune.
It's funny. Nobody ever talks about him. You know what? He's got a hard road to hoe in camp to make the team. When you don't get talked about ever, that's not good.
Same thing with Jalen Graham.
He almost got cut. He was on the practice squad last year. Jalen's good for special teams.
Oh, here. You guys want to laugh?
What?
Hey, so we don't have Charlie Heck anymore, right? Charlie Heck is gone, but we got Matt.
Did he leave? He left the other day, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
We still got Pleasance.
Colton McKivitz is still on the team.
Would you take Colton McKivitz away from me if you had a chance? No.
We got Colton McKivitz. We got let's see.
We'll always have
Austin
Colton.
Pleasant.
Yeah. Wait, we still got Pleasance, right?
Let me know what.
I like Pleasance.
Yeah, we got Pleasant, and then
I like Heck too.
Nick is still on the team. Let's see. We've got people on reserve. We have a offensive lineman named Isaac Alarcon and Jalen McKenzie, and these are on the reserves or future contracts. So that's something. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna lie to you. We don't really got much else going for us.
No, defensive line? No, there's nobody there. I think in camp there's 4 guys.
We have defensive line. We just have a bunch of nobodies on defensive line. So yeah, you could say the defensive line is empty. We just have bodies and jerseys that just kind of stand there, like practice targets. But you know, we really got to look at the draft. And unfortunately, this draft, I mean, it's defense heavy for sure. Offensively, I don't really see anybody crazy. Quarterbacks, this is probably the scarcest I've seen it. Like, there's only maybe 2 or 3. Actually, no, I take it back. Last time there was this little quarterback talent, I think it was the draft class with Justin Herbert in it. Not many people remember Justin Herbert's class, funnily enough, you know, but QBs, you know, whatever. I think it's crazy that we signed Mac Jones, but like, what's his name? Papa Dragon said, you know, it's great because he's an asshole. And we need someone who is going to light that fire under Brock. We gotta have some. You gotta be cocky. You gotta have a balance, you know, because if you don't have someone challenging you at every corner, you're not gonna get better. If you don't have competition, you're not gonna get better. You're gonna get worse. You're gonna become stagnant. You're gonna become bored. And that's exactly what this 49ers team did over the past 5 years. They knew they were good. They knew they had the talent, and they got complacent. So now look, now they got rid of everybody. And for some odd reason, Ambry Thomas had something to say, like, oh, legend has it. I was the only one that wanted to get up out of there. Bro, Amber, you got cooked at every single route you ever got. Wait.
What? Did you just quote Ambry Thomas?
Yes, I did.
Ambry said he's been waiting to get up out of here?
Yeah, he said legend has it that I wasn't the only one that wanted to get up out of there. Talking about the Niners.
Ambry, you know, Ambry can talk like that, though, because Ambry's got to be mad as hell of having gotten beat out. How many years? Ambry's been sitting around hurt. Two years?
Ronbo?
I agree.
Ronbo, if you were running a straight line, you weren't going to pass Ambry Thomas. But if you did a slant route, Ambry Thomas was good. If you ran, like, let's say, even just a 45-degree angle route, you were going to beat Ambry Thomas.
Yeah.
He was the definition of, I'm going to give you 10 paces, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I'm going to get you, I'm going to do 10 steps, and then I'm going to cut left, and then I'm going to lose you. And it's a free touchdown from there.
Yeah, and as a defensive back, you need to be able to gauge your opponent about 2 or 3 snaps into the game. If you're still lost, he's going to kick your ass up and down the field all day because he knows what you're capable of, and that's Ambry. All right, Steven, we got to go because we started too late to begin with. I see you Sunday.
I know, man. I'll see you Sunday, Ronbo.
Right,
but I think we'll be all right. We'll be okay.
Teams have gotten back.
It's not going to be. Well, here's the thing too. So many teams got rearranged. There's not going to be a dominant force. That's what a lot of people are thinking that they don't look at. A lot of teams got rearranged all around the NFL, so it's kind of even now. Everybody's set back at 0.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to see what we get because we still have the right kind of people in place to make things happen. I got Robert Saleh and Kyle Shanahan. I don't care what everybody says, he can run an offense. And John Lynch has learned a lot, so we're okay. All right, Steven.
I hope you're all right.
I'll see you Sunday.
I'll see you Sunday, Ronbo.
All right, looking forward to it. Shane McMahon, listen, guys, please talk football as much as you can, guys. Leave Michael alone and his daughter. Please, guys. I mean, please. I'm asking you, please. Stop it. Hey, yo, Brian, come on in, fam.
Although it's an hour later, 49ers red and gold. I'm still rocking the Niners till I'm dead and cold.
Yes.
Screaming the name all across from the Mid-South because the law still says, know your role and shut your mouth. What's happening, Ronbo?
Right. And you know what I appreciate about you, too? See, the Dallas Cowboys seem to own all the football fans below the Mason-Dixon line. And you're in the South, and I bet you know a lot of 49er fans. See, Cowboys are always talking about, man, y'all ain't got no fans. We America's team for a reason. What's that supposed to mean? Ask yourself, man.
Everybody.
Yeah. How many teams below the Mason-Dixon line do you think are rooting for the 49ers? Lots. We fill up your stadium as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. But now we boot like I'm from Memphis, and although there are some cowgirl fans, but
of course
we have a good strong 49er base too. If you're driving down a main street, every other car has a 49er tag on it.
Ooh, yeah.
That's how strong it is. Every other car has a 49er
Brian, I've heard that's
tag.
even the case in the state of Texas. The Cowboys aren't holding down all the fans. By the way, within the next 2 years, if Jerry Jones doesn't pass that team along to somebody, the Cowboys are going to see that stock drop some more. Can you imagine being a Cowboy fan right now and wondering how the season's going to go? You know damn well how the season's going to go. Already right now.
Yeah. That's what makes it makes the takeover so easy when we play Dallas in Dallas. We just take over stadiums. It's probably there's a hidden 49er base in there. They just ain't saying nothing.
but when it's on the TV, we can see it. All that red up in there.
Exactly.
You barely see any blue.
Yeah. But Ronbo, let me get to it real quick.
Yeah, jump on.
Hey, first of all, let me ask you, Ronbo. All right, Kyle Shanahan, his contract. When does it end? Is it 20?
It's got at least 2 more years on it. I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, Ronbo, I'm gonna tell you. We think we seeing change right now. Which we knew that the yard sale was going to happen. We knew that, especially on the eve of Brock Purdy getting the bag. So salary's going to have to. We're going to have to get younger, as you said. You're going to get younger and going to shave some salaries.
And they've already done that a lot, too. But this hit, it's what kills me. You guys got rid of all those guys, but you still got to pay a lot of money. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I imagine that was a fund they've been building up for a few years to play Brock Purdy, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put it out there now, Ronbo. If we don't get it within this year and next year, I tell you, the next change you're gonna see is gonna be up top.
Oh, can you imagine? Jed goes, he fires John,
I'm
he
gonna tell
fires
you
Kyle,
now. Yeah.
he fires himself,
Mm.
turns the lights out, and walks out of the building.
And you done brought Robert Saleh back, so you gotta what's this 2020? Yeah, you got 2 years. You got within these next 2 years. If we don't and isn't the Super Bowl next year? Ain't the Super Bowl next year in San Francisco?
It certainly is.
So I mean, we better take advantage of it. We'll have a less demanding schedule. Although we still, we might not be as loaded as we usually are, but I think we still, with our schedule being dumbed down a little bit, I think we still can remain competitive.
And Brian, remember, the guys that left weren't playing anyway.
Right. Yeah. They were just supportive.
Well, they were out.
Yeah. Hey, Ronbo, let me ask you something. What do you think? Would you get upset if, let's say, the 49ers at that 11 pick, would you be upset if they go linebacker like that Campbell guy out of Alabama? I heard a lot about him.
If he's a badass? No, I would not be upset about that. Fred Warner needs a running mate. And by the way, you mentioned that, and every time the 49ers get rid of a premier player, they usually go right to that position first. And if I had to look at around what they've done, the biggest hit they took was Dre Greenlaw. You might be onto something there.
Yeah.
It could be a linebacker in the very first round. If he's there at 11, they'll do it.
Yeah. He's 6'3", about 250, runs a 4.5, runs a 40 and 4.5.
Yeah.
Is
he a dog?
And possibly, he's a dog. Yeah, he's a dog. All SEC.
All SEC.
He could play some. He could play some edge. But here's the scenario I think that's going to happen, Ronbo. Okay. I think if they stay at 11, I think they go. I think he wants to appease Robert Saleh. I think he's going to go defense.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind about this. First round pick is definitely
if they stay at
defense.
Yeah, if they stay. But if they move, whether they trade up or down, I think they're gonna go offensive line.
Well, because at that point,
if they move up, matter of fact, if they move up, if they move up, let's say they move, if they move up, they're going O line. But if they stay or trade, they're going defense. If they stay at 11 or they trade, down. If they trade down, they're going defense.
Okay, that's possible.
So watch that. So watch that scenario. Watch that scenario.
All right.
If
trade
they
up,
stay at 11,
they're going for an offensive lineman.
If they stay at 11 or go down,
they're going.
They're going. Yeah.
Because in one way, you're absolutely onto something there, because the fact is there's a lot of defenders in there. I don't know how many offensive linemen are worth a damn in this year's draft. So therefore, the most plentiful are the defenders. Lots of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
O-line, I'm thinking, the big boy from Texas.
Everybody talks about him.
The guy.
How do you pronounce his
name? Yeah,
the
guy from Missouri. Yeah. The guy from LSU. And yeah, those are the. And also the guy from Ohio State.
Yeah, because Trent Williams has got
those four.
Yeah, because Trent Williams is definitely on his
last
days.
Those four.
So yeah.
Yeah, Trent might have 2 more years. I think, but then that 2 years,
this should be effective.
If he gets hurt and stay away from the training table, So.
Yeah, Trent's got to try to take care of himself a little better now. He can't be eating up a whole mixing bowl full of cornflakes. Yeah,
exactly.
So anyway, fam, Brian, we got to go. And let me say, Sunday, I promise we won't have any tech problems. I'll get in earlier. Okay.
You in here, Ronbo. That's a rough wait, boy. That's a rough wait. Fam. We in the wee hours of the morning, man.
I know it. I'm Memphis. I appreciate you, fam. I will make it up to you.
All right, Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful, and shout out to the production. The law is out.
Here you go. Thanks, Brian. Have a good night, fam.
All right, Ronbo.
Night, Vamp. Mr. Block Ice says the drafted schedule is in our favor. No panicking. Mr. Block Ice, I see the 49ers, I think everybody's going to be a challenge this year. I'm hoping I'm wrong on that, but not because of our offensive prowess. I just don't know what we're going to look like defensively. But I keep going back to the fact, Ronbo, little voice in the back of my head, Robert Saleh, he will make the most mediocre players into studs. Keep an eye on that. Let's check out Eric. I think Eric's not gonna make because he never is. He never fails on this. All right. Who else? There he is. It's see. I knew if I talked about him enough, he'd show up. It's Trey, one of the founding fathers of TNT. Trey from VA. Trey. Boom. Trey, please, you gotta show up, man, because
Ronbo.
Trey, you know what? Production made. Trey, you're a different Trey. You're not that same Trey. Come on in, Trey. I'm sorry.
No. Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, you said Trey from VA. No, this is Trey from PA.
Is that right? Well, Trey from PA, I'm glad to meet you, man. You see, Trey from VA had been around for a long time and built such an incredible reputation. But Trey, I'm telling you right now, man, I'm delighted to meet you.
No, hey, we're not meeting. No, hey, Ronbo, we've met before. This isn't my first call. Yeah.
How long ago did we talk?
All right, so the last time we talked was, and I got some notes. I'm ready to go off. I got notes on my phone. I'm ready to go off. The last time we talked, Ronbo, was your live about. It was right after the Pearsall pick. It was right after the.
Oh, okay. So that was kind of recent. It was the first time. Okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, no, that was my first time. That was probably like my second or third time, but that was really the last time, that we really got into the weeds. And I was upset about that pick.
Everybody kind of was. We didn't know.
I was talking about. I was even saying that they should have taken McConkey and look what happened with that. You know what I mean? And it was. So I said,
Trey, remember that big wide receiver that went to the Panthers? I think a lot of us were hoping if you're going to get a wide receiver, why couldn't we have gotten him? You know, that big monster that went for the Panthers? I forgot how he's doing this year. What's his name? I was thinking about,
Leggett.
That's him, yeah. Ellis was pointing him out. I did see a clip of him. I said, damn, this dude, man. We'll never get him.
But I mean, here's the thing, Ronbo. Even in my call, I was saying, DeJean was right there. And I mean, here's the thing, Ronbo. I'm a fan, I'm an armchair quarterback, if you will, whatever, all of the terms. But even guys like me were pointing out, you could have taken McConkey, you could have taken DeJean, Jackson Powers Johnson. They were all right there. You know what I mean? Guys like me were pointing that out.
Yeah.
So how couldn't the brass? You know? So anyway, that was the last time I called in, and I mean, here's the thing, Ronbo. I wish I could say I'm doing good, but I mean, here's the thing. I will say the off season thus far hasn't been super bad. I'm not too upset with it as some people are. I mean, look at what those guys are going for that they got rid of. I mean, it's outrageous money.
Yeah, we weren't going to pay that, and you always overpay in free agency. Yeah, we weren't going that route.
I mean, the junkyard dog, a.k.a. Big Dom from Philly's daddy, Dre Greenlaw. I mean, that's going to be a big loss. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I'm happy they let most of those guys walk. You know, I mean,
yeah.
Oh, I mean, but I mean, they got to nail this draft. They really got to nail this draft, Rob.
Good job. Anything they can compare to last year's draft, if they can do that again, we will be looking good. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Well, first of all, I also wanted to address. There was a caller since I've been waiting
that was saying something about Mac Jones is going to be replacing Brock Purdy, and you know that they're going to let Purdy walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he even went on to say, Ronbo, he goes, well, you know, he's been proven in the playoffs, you know, talking about Brock and this and that. And I'm thinking, yeah, Brock listen, you know, in that run last year or 2 years ago, I guess now, I mean, look at those comeback wins. I mean, Brock was,
against Georgia.
The orchestrator.
Against Detroit and Green Bay.
Detroit and Green Bay,
epic.
yeah.
Oh, those were epic.
I mean, and Brock was running point on those. You know what I mean? And they are not going to get rid of him. Mac he's a good backup, but I mean, come on, that's all he is. They're going to give Brock, you know, that like you said, that I guess it's Phoenix. He said something about, well, Brock getting $60 million a year. Are you kidding me? Josh Allen just got 55.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Brock's not going to get 60, and he shouldn't be looking for 60. But I'm not going to pay him below 50.
No.
Don't disrespect him because he's done a lot, and Dak hasn't, and he got paid, so you know.
Brock's got John Deere money. He's got that tractor money. You know, he's got he's giving the guys Toyotas for Christmas, and I mean they're talking rookie contract. I mean, come on, he's got some, you know, he's making bank, but I mean, here's the thing: that Josh Allen contract was a blessing because he was even saying, well, I took a little bit of a cut, and I think it was like $5 million. But you know, like even
Dak is the standard, Trey. That's why.
Like Brock can't ask for Josh Allen money. You know what I mean? So
he shouldn't be.
Like even he knows that. So I don't know. I think we're in a decent spot, but they got to nail this draft, Ronbo.
I agree. They've learned a lot, though, Trey. Down through the years when the 49ers had really terrible drafts, I think they've learned. They're a little better now. The last couple of years, not terrible. Last year was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Last year was good. I mean, like they got some, you know, it was. I mean, again, I will say, other than like I don't know, it's something with that first round with Kyle and John. You know?
I'd skip it if we could.
First round,
they make bad.
Because I mean, again, like choices. Like I hope he can break out. I think he's in line this year to break out. I'm not hating on him. I hope he. I'm a Niners fan. I hope he kills it.
Trey, I think it's destiny. Ricky Pearsall went through hell last year. And how many times have we had a player come in and get shot? It doesn't permanently damage them. They take off a few weeks and come back and play. To me, that's an anointment of a bad dude. I can't wait to see him next year.
Oh, I agree with you. No, I think, like I said, he's in line to break out. It was just last year. It was they needed trenches. You know, they needed offensive and defensive line. They needed secondary. It just wasn't a smart pick, you know, from a need perspective.
Yeah.
And so this year, I'm hoping they go a little bit more in line with, you know, let's be honest, Ronbo. Philly has kind of shown, you know, the playbook of you build from the trenches out. They have, you know, they've always had a great offensive and defensive line, and they've always been in, you know, a contender. And they, like the Niners will stack up, you know, skill positions, and it's like, well, if you don't have the trenches, you know, it doesn't matter who Brock Purdy's throwing to. If he, like in that Super Bowl, he had Ayuk. You know what I mean? He had Ayuk open.
And Debo, who could not get open.
He had a hand in his face. Yeah.
Trey, we got to stop, though. Listen, Trey, delighted. I will not forget. There is more than one Trey in this world that knows what he's talking about, you being the other one.
I appreciate that, Ronbo. I'm actually, in my last call, you said, because I'm a white man, like I said, I was talking about Pearsall and McConkey, and you said I'm the only white Trey you know. So, you know, if you have to put me as
that.
white
I do remember
Trey
saying that too.
In the database, Yeah, if you have to put me as that so you remember me, do that. But no,
I'll never do it again.
Man, I love this. I love this platform. I love you, man. And hey, can I get a Niners call?
Of course, after I did what I did with the Trey, you know you're the only white Trey I know.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody else know any Trey? A white guy named Trey. I mean, you are amazing. I'm delighted to give you a holler. Niner. Wait a minute, I gotta. Niners. My brother Trey.
Thank you so much, Ronbo, man. I love you. I love the platform. Go Niners, and then I'll talk to you soon, man. Take care.
All right, Trey. Why did you have to remember that? That was a slip on my part. Mr. Blackeye says, the drafted schedule is in our favor. Oh, yeah, we did that one. Okay. Hey, yo, Anderson.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Anderson, I'm just in here getting enlightened. Anderson, did you know any more white guys named Trey?
Nah. Oh, Trey Hendrickson from
Hendrickson, yes.
Other than that, no. From the Bengals. From the Bengals, yeah. Other than that, nah, not really. But hey, I just wanted to say, about Mac Jones. Now we got to remember when Mac Jones was at Alabama. Let's look who he had. He had Jerry Jeudy. He had Jalen Waddle. He had Devin Smith.
Boy,
he had all that speed.
Ooh,
he had all that speed.
Killer receivers.
So guess what? So hold on. Now guess what? Now 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds, that ball was gone. So that's why Kyle Shanahan
you better hear him throw it. All them speedsters.
That's why Kyle Shanahan won it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ball is gone in 2 seconds. That's how Kyle Shanahan offense worked, and Mac Jones fit it perfect. Because you got to think about it. When that dude said hike, them dudes was either 50 at the 50-yard line or they was headed to the end zone, bro.
You know,
when that ball got thrown for Mac Jones. Come on now.
Cowan could get some work.
Be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he's better than Purdy though.
Yeah, not all around.
Purdy took us to a championship, and then the next year to the Super Bowl. He not, but at the same time, I think they're gonna be all right, and the defense is gonna be fine. Secondary, come on, man, Gus Bradley and
keep
Tyler.
forgetting we got Gus Bradley too. Oh. So, they're going to take some good players and make them into better players. I just know. And you got Chris Kasurik back there working those linemen.
Monsters. Oh, yeah. They're going to make them into some monsters.
I hope so, because we're going to lose one of them next year. Either Gus Bradley leaves or Robert Side. Because we can't keep a coach, fam. Anderson, they come take our coaches like it ain't nobody's business, and nobody objects to it in the front office. I was every now and then, 1 year there, saying, well, no, he's not. I'm not. Don't call him. Don't. I need these guys. Damn it. So,
Yep. Right, I'm right. Matter of fact, I'm riding through Houston right now.
We just picked up a guy that played for the Texans there, a long snapper. And we just had that conversation about 49er fans in the state of Texas. And Anderson, you're one of many. See, that's why next time a Dallas Cowboy tells me anything about how popular his team is, you ever watch a 49er game versus the Cowboys? You ever watch the camera pan across the stadium? You see all that red? You have to look carefully to see a 49er. To see a Cowboy fan.
It's like we committed trees, but guess what? 49ers, we is the reason.
Yeah, I like that. Needs to be a T-shirt, Anderson. Oh, we committed treason, but the 49ers is reason. Oh, God, I'm glad that through Texas.
Reason.
Boy, you got to get a lot of dudes be messing with you.
Hey, but as far as the offense, I think, with these players, I think they might do good because they is younger. With the dude we got from the Rams, the Marcus Robinson. Now, I kind of was watching him last year when he kind of played. He kind of looked, I ain't going to say he looked like Debo Samuel, but it looked like he got that toughness, though.
Yeah.
He got the toughness. And don't forget Cowan got that same toughness. and he can catch that ball with his hands.
That's what I'm
Not
going to
with
say.
his body,
DeMarcus,
with his hands.
yeah, Marcus catches the ball too. Debo might drop it on you, but this dude ain't missed. But he in 66 games of catchable balls, he's only missed 2. Oh, that's saying something. Oh yeah.
He gonna be ready for it. I'm telling you how Kyle Shanahan want to use him since they getting young. He probably want to spread that ball just down the field, get some downfield action, you know.
Yeah.
But stop with all the thinking and dunking all the time.
And across the middle, that's tired. You know, and she got a good point because when they pick out a player, they pick him out for a reason. They don't just pick him out, so they know what they're going to use him for, how they're going to use him.
Exactly. And in the running game, the running game still going to be fire because Garendo, McCaffrey, and Mason
Taylor.
Hey,
Big Taylor's on there too.
Oh yeah, and Taylor. I keep getting there. Taylor beast.
He's better than I thought. That last week or 2 we saw him. He's a volume back. The more you give him the ball, the more he wears out that defense.
Better he get.
Yeah.
That he just like Ronaldo Green. The more he play, the better he get.
As long as Jair Brown stays out of his way, I'm still mad about that play. Ronaldo's on the man, and Jair runs over him. I said, come on, Jair, man. Why don't you?
I like.
Damn.
Yeah, but I like if he gets Jair Brown and Mustafa in at the same time. At the same time, you know.
Ball
put
hawks.
Mustafa more in the strong, like the Hitler, like the Hitler used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And put Brown in like how we used to use Ghosting. Because he like hitting people. One thing I noticed, he ain't scared to tackle.
No, that's true. I like that about him. And he is by trade a ball hawk. That's what he was at Penn State.
Yeah.
So I want to see that. I want to see some picks this year.
He should get right. They should have him right. And as far as the linebacker, I mean, shoot, God damn it, what's the boy coming that's stepping up? He should be good.
D Winters?
D Winters. He should do fine. He should excel because I mean, come on, man, the dude knocked himself out of the game hitting somebody. So
everybody remembers that.
He ain't no different. Yeah, he ain't no different than Greenlaw. He ain't no different than Greenlaw. So I don't think we really losing that. We probably just losing the name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a different name, but I think it's gonna be the same result. You know. Fred ain't gone.
Fred likes him too.
Gonna be good. Everything gonna be copacetic.
I hope so. And we're gonna go because it's getting late.
We got the.
I'm gonna tell you what.
All right, we got the NFC East and the AFC South. I think.
That's right. I know. I remember the AFC South. I forgot about NFC East. Ain't that the Cowboys? We got to play them boys again this year.
No, we got the NFC East and the AFC South.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I know we got the AFC South. I didn't know about the other conference. We got them boys.
Yeah, so
okay, that's all right.
We got an easy little schedule.
The Commanders is over there, though.
Ronbo.
Eagles. All right.
Yeah, we go. Eagles and Commanders ain't gonna be nothing. We got this.
I believe it. Anderson,
all right, now.
All right, fam. All right, Anderson.
All right, love y'all. Peace.
Love you, Anderson. Night, fam. Anthony.
What to do, Rambo?
Anthony, both names start today. Anthony, man, we're sitting there looking like, because, now is when your mind starts to wander. Pretty much the free agency period is over. And now, what's next? You got to sign. I guess on top of the list is, what are you going to do with Brock Purdy, and how long is it going to take? You've already cleared out space.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Me and you were talking last time. I said Kyle got his boy. He finally got his boy.
Mac
Jones. If Brock mess around get any kind of way, it's over with. I promise you, Rambo.
I have a because Brock. Kyle has an affection for Mac Jones. He always has, probably since he didn't get him, and especially after Trey came.
Tell you something. what was the one thing they were saying about Matt Jones when he came out of college? His accuracy.
Oh yeah. When I watched some highlights of him in
the ball out of his
Bama,
hand
he did put that ball in the right place. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. And he get that ball out of his hand quick. And that's what Kyle liked about it.
And that's what Kyle likes about any quarterback. Don't hold the ball.
And you know, Brock had started to get greedy and picky-headed. Matt Jones gonna take what defense gives him.
And don't take all day to make a decision on it. Yes, I like that. You know.
That's right. Jones pulled the trigger.
But you know he's got a lot of INTs from last year, and he didn't play that many weeks. He came up with a lot of INTs. You know, with working with Kyle in the offensive system, he usually makes a quarterback better because it's just quarterback friendly for the most part.
I mean, Rambo, you got to understand, Matt Jones, he had no good players around him. Look, think about it. He didn't have him in New England. He had nothing over there.
No, I know. That was pretty funny. He had Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick worked him. Yeah.
In this office, he'll do good in the office with Kyle. I promise you, Rambo.
You promise? Okay. Now, if you can promise, okay, I'll take it. Can you not wait until preseason games? Mac's going to be on that field. We're going to see what you're talking about. If Mac cuts up them dudes that are about to get cut, if he cuts them up really badly, we're gonna see something then, and that'll make Brock Purdy step his game up too.
Listen. Yeah, Rambo.
Yes.
Robert Saleh and I came and got his boys out there when he not picked. He went and got Jimmy Ward 2.0.
Who? DJ Reed?
Richard Grant. That's Jimmy Ward 2.0, but he's faster.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, because Ward wasn't all that quick. I didn't know that was Richard Grant. Richard Grant is it's a free safety. I don't know. Hey, was he with the Eagles?
You can play him up around the box. You can play him up around the box. Because he and Pinnock.
Everybody knows about him. Yeah, Jason Pinnock.
Yeah,
or is it Pinnock?
Play him around the box.
Yeah.
He go in there and get sacked. Remember, he had 6 sacks last year.
Did he? Oh, I heard about the sacks. How big is Jason?
And he fast, Rambo. He run a 4.41 in the 40.
Oh, I like that's a run and chase guy. You can come around that corner, and he'll be there to meet you.
Yeah, both of those guys are good at stopping the run, Rambo.
Oh, well, yeah, when that guy got that kind of quick twitch, yeah.
That's right. Pinnock so doggone fast, Rambo. Man, he runs up and down.
You got to bring extra
quarterback so fast.
Yeah. He's got to bring extra section of clothes because the other ones catch on fire, right? I love that.
Yeah. For the tight end that picked up Rebel, he was the number 1 ranked blocking tight end in the NFL last year.
Yeah, no, I figured because I had never heard of him, but that's like you say, he has a specialty, and we need that badly. George Kittle should not be inline blocking all day.
They're gonna free up George Kittle for all that blocking.
3 years, 20.5. They're serious. If Luke Farrell comes in there and lightens George Kittle's blocking load up, that's worth 2 games right there. All right. If we don't win any other games besides, oh yeah, let George Kittle cook.
We're gonna wear that 12 personnel out this year, Rebel.
Because we've been doing 21 so long.
Kyle gonna wear it out. I promise.
See, that's why we can't get too disappointed too soon. I mean, we see all these guys leaving. Hell, they weren't playing anyway. Most of them were laid up hurt. All of them were.
They kept the pillars. the players, Ronbo. They kept the Phillips on the main players.
Yeah.
Kittle, Fred,
George Kittle, Fred Warner,
Diamond, Fred
Demo.
Warner. See what I'm saying?
I know.
Demo, they building around that.
They got
The rest of the guys weren't available. They always injured.
Yes.
It's costing all this money.
The best ability is. Yeah. So, I understand that. We just know those guys so well.
So Jed, y'all ain't no more of that right now. They're gonna go in this draft, Ronbo.
I just wonder how Jed said
They're
it.
gonna go in this draft.
Yeah.
They're gonna build the offensive line and they these deep tackles because I think they say they brought 41. They invited 41 defensive tackles.
I knew
That's
it.
the most they ever been.
I'm telling you, first round pick is gonna be a defensive lineman, fam.
You better believe it, Ronbo. I told everybody.
41. Damn, that's a lot.
They got a good bit. They got and it's loaded with a lot of offensive tackles. So you can find them in the second round, third round. Ronbo. See what I'm saying?
Praise be the name. Anthony, we got to go because we're going to be up here too late. Anthony, I'll see you Sunday, though. Looking forward to it. All right, fam.
All right.
Night, Anthony.
All right, Ronbo.
Night. Eric, we're going to check on Eric again. And I think Eric's probably not available tonight because he never does this. Eric? Eric. Yeah, Eric's spelled. We got next. Hey, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me go run to the little boys' room.
Ronbo. Yo. Ronbo. He in the bathroom, He in the bathroom. He in the bathroom boo-booing. All right. He'll be back. All right, Ben. Appreciate it, bro. I'm still off mute? Hell no. I don't think any of us are. Nah, I had to hit the, how you get back on mute?
Yes, indeed. Up all night, talking 49er football. Ellis.
Ronbo, that was too quick, man. When you that number 2, you can't pitch it off, man. You gotta deposit the whole check, man.
Well, no, I did, and I had to do a marketing pro. Had to take a shot of Hennessy.
Right.
Marketing pro. I believe he really does drink a case of Hennessy a week too. Ellis, come on in, fam. Does he,
Well, his kidneys and his liver hate him, so I hope he knows that.
There
Anyway.
you go.
We'll shake it, fam.
Man, it's like you right now as a 49er fan, we're going to not stop thinking. There's always, your mind is always working. It's really funny because every other thought, you think about your life in general, but I always keep thinking, man, what are the 49ers going to do about that defensive line? And I wonder how long it's going to take BA to get back. Is Kyle's redesignation of duties going to make this change the team look different? Is John Lynch going to be okay without Adam Peters? Pretty soon you start rolling, There's all questions always going on, man. Yeah. So what do you think? Is that pretty much what's going in that direction tonight? There's already been conspiracy theories he put out there that Mac Jones has been brought in. Because Kyle Shanahan once did want him. If Brock stutters, if he fails, if he falls, if he throws 3 picks in one game, he is going to be replaced by Mrs. Jones' baby boy. You guys, get up off of Brock. I mean, Mac ain't gonna come in. No, but what are you thinking though?
I mean, it works out because we needed somebody that Kyle can be confident in.
True.
I think Mac will take on the offense well, learning under Brock. I mean, shit, Sam Darnold came in the league how many years before Brock did? And
A lot.
you listen to him listen to how he talked about Brock. It's almost
Was he
like,
whooping it up?
not just he's helped Sam Darnold in more ways than one. And of course, him being a Niner, being under our, staff and Greasy and everything, but being a Niner and then watching Brock, he's learned a lot from him. So
He even said so. I loved it.
Mac will actually get better, being there with with Brock. I don't see, all of the, he throws 3 interceptions. I don't know about all of that. What I will say is that if Brock is having a hard time, Kyle will feel a lot more comfortable with maybe putting in Mac versus, no, let me keep Brock in because I'm worried about my second string quarterback coming in and shit in the bed.
Possible chances, exactly.
So if anything, it's more so that. I don't think he's like, okay, Brock, now if there's something going on behind the scenes where they don't plan on paying him and they're anticipating that Brock is gonna, hold out or something like that, and Mac is the insurance. I don't see that being 100% impossible.
Oh, yeah, nobody's gonna argue with you either.
I don't believe that that's what's going on. I mean, with all of the $300-something million worth of guys we just got rid of, clearly we're preparing to sign Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I think you don't do all that just to start messing with Brock.
Unless they're going to franchise tag him, which I'm not totally against either. Because shit, if you franchise tag him a year or two, if that's what they plan on doing, they can pay him a little less, and then turn around, and if he ends up playing well, then they can, pay him a hefty bag, and that will be 3 years from now. So by that time, they would have surely gotten themselves prepared for that payday.
Oh yeah,
and hopefully that's if I'm just saying hypothetically, if that's kind of what they could be possibly looking at, if it's not just the 100% plan to pay him now.
Yeah, because the books will be clean next year.
Off season.
Yeah. Other than Brock's salary, everybody else is either a lower salary or a rookie. So yeah, we're not setting themselves up. That's how you got to do.
Yeah. And I agree to definitely going D tackle or D end. It'll probably be a tackle in the first round, depending on unless Mimbu is not available. I don't think they're going to get that. I don't think they're going to get Will Campbell at 11. Honestly, they should go back to 15 to 18, get some extra picks. Especially if they don't send Brandon Ayuk anywhere, because if we're getting day 3 picks for Brandon Ayuk and a player, I mean that's what 6th round, 7th round picks.
Yeah.
I'm not doing cartwheels for that shit. Even if we do end up getting a couple of steals, that's not something I want to look forward to.
That's
I would,
exciting.
Much rather have some more picks in the 3rd and 4th round. By going back, even 2nd round, by moving back a few spots in the 1st round. If we don't, because we don't absolutely have to take some of these guys at 11. There's going to be a lot of those guys that maybe we think we got to take 11 that'll be available towards the end, of the 1st round, in the 15 to 25 or something like that we can get that'll still be a quality plug and play player on whatever side of the ball, if that's offensive line or defensive line. But it's worth doing that to get some extra picks. We got to get fatter. I was thinking we were going to get some of those picks for us this year, but they got moved to next year, so we still only have 11 picks. So we need a couple more. Honestly, we need about 2 or 3 more picks in the first, from between rounds 2nd and 5th. if we can.
Alice, do you know how many picks we got per? Which round has the most picks in it?
I want to say that it's probably the fourth round.
Yeah,
but it's the third or the fourth round.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying, and we can utilize those. We can take advantage of those if we get a couple of more. We need some more picks in the top 100 if we can, if it's possible. If not, between rounds 2 and 4, I would really like it. Even the 5th round, if we could get about 3 or 4 more picks by going back, moving back a couple of times, even in the 2nd round, if we need to move back and get an extra pick, but it's not highly likely that we're going to get any picks between the 2nd and 5th. It'll probably be a 5th round pick. If we move back in the 2nd round, we'll probably can get like a 4th or 5th or a 5th and a 6th to move back a couple of spots with another team. But I think we should move back in both the 2nd and in the 1st round. Not by a lot, but we need to try to get some more picks in there, man, because it's an overly saturated draft where we can really take advantage and get that defensive line looking real good. With the backfield, I know they signed Patrick Taylor, and we got Christian. I keep hearing there's talks about Christian maybe getting, could be traded. I think that's just speculation. That's just shit getting thrown on the wall. That ain't sticking. So I'm not really thinking about any of that. I don't think Kyle would not get rid of Christian McCaffrey, and he's such a valuable, asset to the team. And he's coming off the injury and stuff like that. I mean, we would, we gave up like 4 or 5. We gave up like 4 picks for him.
Yeah.
So
and
we're not going to
often stumble last year because it was mostly based on Christian McCaffrey, and that's why when Chris McCaffrey went out, oh my God, now what we're going to do? So yeah, they ain't getting rid of McCaffrey.
Nah.
I don't believe it for a minute.
But
or Trent Williams. That rumor's going around too.
Nice
Trent Williams for what? Man, come on, man, just making stuff up.
Trent ain't going no damn where. That's one of the between him, George and Fred ain't going nowhere. Because I even heard stuff about George. Oh, they might get rid of Kill. Like, man, George ain't going nowhere. They trying to move money around so they can keep him. He needs to retire a 49er. Him and Fred.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if it's anybody else. Him and Fred need to retire 49ers.
I agree with that. Well, else we gonna go. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna see you Sunday and see what other mysterious things take place in Ninerville, because they will. This is that time of year. Or the media's going to drum up some stuff.
Yeah.
Mac Jones is said to be, stop. Find this dude. Take his computer away from him. Good Lord. Break his phone. Anyway.
Right. Yeah, man, we ain't going to trip on that. We just, let's hope that we can get some good news, though. It would be nice to get another signing, too, because a lot of other teams, it seems like between the free agency during the season and then at the end of the season, besides when we signed Christian McCaffrey, we're always having the most lackluster moments in that arena. So it would be nice to have a little excitement. But Mac is cool. But shout out to the faithful, though, man. Hit that like and subscribe. You know where you at. Wipe your feet. Shout out all the family, man. Show the Dragon family, Donut, Tanisha, Casey, Bethel, Emilio, Tone. Y'all, and all the fam, man. Y'all know who you are, man. Shout out to chat, and man. Let's keep the spirits lifted, y'all.
That's right.
It's for life.
All right.
Don't you forget it. All right, man.
Night, Ellis.
Hey, Ronbo, did you watch the rest of the videos yet?
I thought he was gonna forget. Not yet.
Hell no.
I'm gonna get to it. I promise you. And you know what? I'm gonna get to all of it.
You watched 2 already. Watch 2 more tonight, and watch 2 more tomorrow. Or by the next time we talk on Sunday, you should have gotten all of them. Feel me? Just 7 minutes, my G. 7 to 10 minutes. That's all.
Ellis is teaching me how to do it. Ellis, I'm gonna get it done. I promise. All right, fam.
All right, man. Love you, man.
Love you back, fam.
Peace.
Have a good night.
Yes, sir.
I just remembered something. Big Show was in here earlier. Show, you got to come in, Show, because Show says you got. What did he say? I should have kept it. Big Show came in. It was something to the fact I told you. So I don't know why you had a solid case. bring it to the table, man. We miss you, dude. And even 49 Brian says he will be careful not to bother you when you come in. Yes. Hey, where's E? Well, I had another wide receiver that, where's that dude that played with the Jaguars? Oh, yeah, Matthew. We mentioned Matthew Golden. Oh, that's right. I already told him about Matthew Golden, and he was not impressed. Hey, Clarence.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Clarence, man, we just sit back here and watching the time go by before we get into this. Because, after the free agency period, what's coming up next. There's a draft night coming up. Clarence, oh, my God. What we gonna do? I was trying to wait for next week to start talking about the draft because, we just got through a free agency like a few days ago. And we got a D, fam, for our efforts in the draft and some people gave us lower grades than that. Clarence.
What, for free agency?
Yeah, see. Clarence, did you take free agency serious? Or did you realize that we weren't going to be big players in the free agent market this year?
No, that, like I said, we wanted to, the fans, the fan base, we wanted them to be like that, but we know that wasn't really the plan.
Wasn't in the cards.
We had to shed some salary, we had to shed players, a lot of the folks that we let go,
hurt for years.
Now have some injury history have some years behind them, have some injury history with them.
Yeah.
So,
I just like those guys.
Basically, I would. What? Yeah, I know. They were dogs. They were dogs. Now we got to find some new dogs.
Clarence, were you hoping they'd finally have a year where they make it from the start to the finish line? Okay, maybe Dre's going to make it this year. Talanoa's going to make it. I just know it. And Debo's going to stop having hamstring issues. You start fantasizing. They weren't going to make it.
That's what you hope.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's like the saying goes, the bill came due finally for everything. You got to pay Brock.
Yeah.
You have to pay the kids.
Yeah.
It's going to be north of 50. It's just how much north of 50 are we looking at?
It's not going to be approaching 60. Somewhere between the halfway mark, I guess.
No, maybe like 55, 57 probably. Something.
Yeah, give them 53 and load that thing up with incentives.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, it's like a lot of the smart reporters say, it's not necessarily about APY. It's about total guaranteed money.
Always.
And that's probably what
they're
hashing out now.
Yeah. We're going to front load that contract and the cap hit will be light every year.
They're probably hashing out. I'm hoping that the contract gets done before the draft.
Oh,
yes. So that'd be nice to get that done. So how much whatever's left and this and that, and because there's going to be some cuts after after training camp and everything else that the Niners might be able to take advantage of. Yeah. But exactly. Those extra players and whatnot. The other thing is we have 5 picks in the top 100, 7 picks in the top 7 total picks in the top 150. They've got to hit those 7. Those 7 players that have to make the roster. I would say probably, half of those, like 4 or 5 of those guys, got to start. Not like not be starters necessarily, but be there as how they say contributors day one.
Yeah. Put them in a rotation.
On the roster.
Because quite frankly, they're not in the condition to play a full game every week. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And things like that. And the signings that they made during free agency, a lot of that
is a lot of that, as you can see already, probably except for I'm trying to think of the guy.
What position?
No, yeah, everybody that got signed pretty much. Those are all going to be special teamers as well.
Yeah, the future contracts, guys like that. Yeah, those are guys that are making the special teams. That's true. Rarely do you see one of those futures or anything like that coming in and even racking up or in the rotation. But they will be out on special teams.
Right. But but I'm saying all the small free agency signings we made this last week, they're all going to be part of the special teams crew too.
Yeah.
Because, we got a brand new special teams coordinator, and he's obviously got some say here to say, I need some squad people. So I need some people that can play some special teams. And I think that's why they let Pepper go, because apparently there might have been some inconsistency there and whatnot, because he didn't count that much toward the cap, and he's not going to be much of a kid. So, but they got a veteran in there.
Yeah,
it's a long snap.
Tabor got blamed for Jake Moody. It's because Tabor didn't snap the ball properly. And Jake missed because of that reason. Can you see the rationale? Out, right? Trying to save face by we drafted him in the 3rd round. He has got to work out. What we're going to do? Get rid of Tabor. That way, at least fans will think it's his fault.
I guess we're going to find out. Huh? I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah, man, because this stuff's coming in now. This guy's been around for a long time.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, who knows? We might be getting another punter too, because Mitch has got that back problem now.
It's still lingering, isn't it? I've not heard anything about Mitch Wisnowski
who
in a long
who knows
time.
If it is or not, but and the other thing about, and again, it's a punter, but he's like 33 now.
Is Mitch 33? But Mitch is so good at that.
He came in when he was older.
That's right. I think he probably didn't transfer from Australia
for a while
until
he
was already up there.
Because
didn't Mitch play in the rugby leagues?
When he got there.
Yeah, he may have played
Australian
pro ball in Australia.
Australian Football League.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd like to see him back.
So we may be looking. I would like to see him back. Yeah, but I think with hope, like I said, since he hurt his back and everything else, and
you can't.
Did he punt at the end of the year?
I don't remember him ever showing up out there at all this last end of the year. I mean, at the beginning of the year, he came and made an appearance, and then he left and never came back. So that's a really bad problem. He's probably getting therapy on it. We'll hear about it probably at the beginning of the season, most likely.
Yeah, we'll know probably, in training camp or in OTAs or whatever about all that. And then, like I said, the Brandon Ayuk situation again. We don't know how healthy he's going to be. He's not going to be healthy at least for the first probably quarter of the season.
At least.
Or half season, depending on how bad. He tore both his MCL, MCL and PCL.
And Clarence, if you're like me, you just don't even look. I look forward to him being back in 2026 because that's a really vicious injury he had. But listen, Clarence, we do have to pull up, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I know. Clarence, I've talked to you in a long time. Get in here, man, on Sunday. All right? I'll be looking for you.
You coming in Sunday?
Yes.
What's going on Sunday?
We're going to find out. Because I don't know what's going to happen. There's that time of year when these dramatic things happen. I think did we have Mac Jones last time we talked? I don't think so. And when I saw that on my phone, he says,
Mac Jones. No, Mac Jones came in this week. So.
Anyway,
and I'm not worried about that either. The Mac Jones, he's gonna be he's the backup. They gotta have a decent backup.
And it's understood. All right, all right. Clarence,
have
a great night.
You have a good
night. Sunday.
Take care. God bless you.
You too.
All right,
thanks, man. And let's go check out on E. I thought I had another wide receiver for E. E put me up. And I had to shut up because he said, Ronbo, name a wide receiver from the Jacksonville Jaguars. All of a sudden there was
Jimmy Smith.
silence. Every team usually has when you think about the Hawks, the first thing that comes to mind is DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
You think about the Rams, and the Rams, he's gone now, but now you think of Puka Nakua. You can go on. And of course, the guy that just left, Cooper Kupp.
Isaac Bruce,
yeah.
T-Hope.
But
Jimmy Smith was with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Who is that?
He was with Brunel. He was almost the best one he had with Fred Keller and them.
I'm talking about, but we're talking about right now. See, because
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ain't got nobody.
See, that's why when you said I said no, Trevor Lawrence is this blah 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 blah. Really? Well, can you name one of the wide receivers?
No. Sorry, but no.
Hey, but we finally came up with one name. I remember that the other day, last week. There was one guy that everybody knows about, but only one.
But he wasn't like 2 or 3 years, 1,000 yards. I don't even think he had 1,000.
So you're saying don't blame Trevor Lawrence. He had no tools.
Correct. They draft the first round quarterbacks and they draft it to the worst teams because they need help. But you cannot put.
That's why it's a bad strategy. You know what? You know what, fam? What you probably should do, and most fans would say, "Oh no, come on! You got to build a team." I'm gonna get a lot of offensive linemen in the first few years. Take me 2 or 3 years. I'm gonna draft offensive linemen in the first round, like the Cowboys did that year when they had that devastating front line. Oh, you could not. Dak won Rookie of the Year that year. Him and Zeke shared Rookie of the Year and Cole Rookie of the Year. I said, well, look at that offensive line. Ain't no way in the hell you're going to stop them. And that was Dak and Zeke's last year of quality performances. Zeke still was a pretty good running back for the next 2-3 years, but still, Dak has not seen anything like that since. So that offensive line is extremely important, especially for some, because they already had a decent defense, But it's hard to build both sides of the trench at the same time, fam. What do you think they're going to do this year? Because we're seeing what they're doing, getting rid of all the people that can't stay healthy and clearing out cash and having to pay dead cap from hell, and So I don't know.
It's a hard job.
Where's your mind right now?
It's a hard job. We got to do what we got to do. One time, I ain't gonna say a lot. A couple of weeks ago, I was about to be just a football fan because it was just. I see things a little. I don't know. A little different than others. So I'm I don't like what they're doing and how they setting it up, but it is what it is. I'm a fan. I'm not an owner, a GM, a coach, a physical trainer. Not none of that. So looking at it, you got to sit back and just say, I hope for the best.
Yeah.
But if Brock get hurt, somebody said it, I think Matt Jones taking over. And I looked at the highlights today, too. His highlights is not great. He still ain't got a strong arm.
He's double back.
But, but I think Cal, just my personal opinion, is that Cal has a person he wants there, and that's the person. Or that type of person is him.
They shamed Kyle in not picking up Mac Jones. I knew they did. After I thought about it later on, I said, Kyle denied it. But I said, Kyle, Mac Jones is your type of quarterback. It's the kind of guys you usually like. And you really didn't want
him? Can't pick him at 3.
I always thought Trey it was my
3,
guy.
You can't pick him at 3. But, I like him. I could do this. I could do that. No, you better get a better talent.
Yeah.
So drafting a person takes more than one word. It ain't just one person doing it.
They talk. Remember that fiasco they said they had in the front office about they were trying to talk Kyle Shanahan out of picking up Mac Jones. Now usually those kind of leaks don't come out of Santa Clara, but doesn't that now sound real?
Yes. Of course. Look, like I said, when you look at the big picture, you can see the Cabo crew and all that. You can see the little the Prince, how he talked to Ayuk, and now Ayuk is getting traded.
Yeah.
It's something in the water, the juice, the whatever. There's something in it. How he talked to the free safety, how he said, we got another Jimmy Ward, but the way he talked to Jimmy Ward.
And that was disrespectful. have a problem with that. I'll never respect. I mean, forgive him for that. Kyle, this guy's been around and done a great job. You could find another way to put them sentences together to not be so disrespectful. God.
You said the right. Put the sentence together correctly. Like I would have put all 5 fingers on your face.
I know, right? A lot of guys, but Jimmy Ward's done a great job. Well, if you don't want to play free the slot, then I don't have a place for you.
Well, how not? I'm a DD. I should be putting on any
free
spot
safety,
back
Kyle.
there.
He doesn't want to play the slot.
Yes. So that, like, I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't in the interview. I don't know who said what.
Yeah. We just lost the shark. Kyle was desperate. But explain to Jimmy. I would make Jimmy feel so good. And another thing I might do, we're not cutting your salary, Jimmy. Listen, I need you to do this for the team. You're the best guy I can put in the slot. You do a great job. Jimmy, please, do this for us, for the 49ers.
Yes.
You got to sweet talk him. Don't tell him you got an option, either that or sit on the bench. What the hell,
Smart
Kyle?
man, Ronbo.
God.
Smart man, Ronbo.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it takes...
That was an a-hole. That was an a-hole move. A straight a-hole move.
Jimmy went to Texas, so, yeah, it's over now.
But we got the dude from Giants, and they say he's just like Jimmy Ward. 27 or something. I forgot his name, but we got a new safety. He's just like Jimmy.
Everybody says that. I can't wait to see him.
Yeah, me either. I want to see it on the field and see what's going on. I don't trust our linebackers
Richie
yet.
Grant. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's the special teams guy. So one more guy. I think the
we got
Grant,
Jason Pinnock, though. He's not rich, and he's a defensive back.
Yeah, somebody's doing. Someone of them. Don't get me wrong. I want to see him on the court. I want to see him on the field. My bad.
Can't be Luke Gifford because Luke Gifford's definitely special teams. Trey Brown, no corner. Yeah, okay. We'll find out.
So we picking up offensive tackle or defense? It depends on who's there. Honestly, I can't even ask you that question.
The best between the two,
but
I think I would say edge or interior tackle.
It better be an interior to me. I don't want no edge. It better be. We need a big boy. We keep looking at Philly, right?
If I
how
could
Philly controlled that game.
Oh, Patrick probably wakes up screaming at night. Get him off me! Because the thing is,
you gotta have them big boys. Like remember I said, and that X's and O's is Joes and Pros. You put them 300-pounders in front of you, it's a whole different scenario.
Running over your offensive line. I remember that one sense. They looked Patrick like a big chicken wing. One of them had him below, and they had him by the arm to tear him apart. I just damn. Oh, Patrick, just go down. Oh my God, damn. That was. Ooh, he got beat up.
They're mean. They like Warren Sapp, who used to put the things on his eyes and stuff like that. Not Warren Sapp. It was somebody did it.
Warren Sapp. He should have been like. I mean, somebody should have called the police on some of them guys. Man, Warren Sapp was one of those guys too. Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta like I said, our running backs. I hope CNC is better. I hope Ayuk get back before. I don't think we can trade Ayuk before June until we get past the physical. So everybody's saying trade Ayuk before the draft. How?
Oh no way. You'd be a damn fool.
Can't do it.
No, I wouldn't do it anyway.
So
and he called me, asked you about Ayuk, and tell me you want to, I'll give you first round pick for him. You damn right. Yeah, I'll ride him over there myself.
But they're not giving a first round pick for Hurts. So like you said, you get a third or fourth round pick. I don't want a third or fourth round pick for you.
I'm not doing it for third and fourth round. I'm just giving that pick away because what if he can't play anymore? Yes, when people say we're going to trade Ayuk, I say, you're not. Stop. Nobody's going to take that.
Best blocking and all that. And they say, oh, JJ. Nah, Ayuk is the best blocker. Wide receiver.
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he? And he stayed on the dude all the way down the field too.
JJ's
good too.
Get at him.
I mean, JJ's so good. He starts fights. Now you.
Yes.
You're pissing somebody off.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
I like that. Get him, boy. Get him.
All the time, every week.
No, we out here to win. We ain't out here to take numbers and go to brunch.
And if you get mad, then the only problem is JJ gets thrown out with the dude. I couldn't that game against the Rams. Damn it, was that the Cardinals? Both of them got thrown out. I said, oh come on, man, the dude's antagonizing JJ on purpose, man. He's about to get a 1,000-yard season, and this dude don't want it.
Yeah, I think so too. I didn't see the whole game, but I think they did play with that boy mental, that man mental.
They get, God damn, that's some stupid. Anyway, hey,
What are you doing on at 2:30?
I know, right? I'm getting ready to get out of here now because you know,
I was at the car like, hold up, it's 2:30 in the morning.
I had some tech problems coming in. I just couldn't stand it. We started talking, got carried away. But let me see. We're getting ready to close shop now, though. Let me see you Sunday, okay? Always appreciate you.
No doubt, no doubt.
All right.
We're going to have a lot to talk about, of course.
Most likely. All right, fam. Nighty.
Be good,
a wide
Ronbo.
receiver for Jacksonville, too. All right.
Word. They need something.
Nighty.
Night. Niners!
It is.
Let's go.
Why? Name a wide receiver Jacksonville's got. There you go. I never got caught like that in a long time. I'm sitting there talking about Trevor Lawrence, $55 million. $55 million for what? He ain't got nobody to throw to. Name a receiver. Wait a minute.
Brian Thomas.
Hey, but Jalen, where's Brian Thomas since what year? Was he there after Trevor showed up or when?
It was his rookie year. He from LSU. That kid really good, Ronbo.
What happened to him, though? Is he still there?
Yeah, Ronbo, he was a rookie. Yeah, this was his rookie year.
You know, because I don't know if they traded him or whatever. Oh, yeah, Trevor's just out getting his first beyond rookie contract, right? Jalen, get in there, man. I mean, you're already in here now, man. You know,
what's up, Ron?
I don't even have to ask you what's up because you already got it. I mean, if I had a pizza right now, I'd be happy. Otherwise, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm blessed. I'm alive.
I know, Jaden. See, that's the right attitude in life. People get up crying about what they don't have and monetary things and things like that. Hell, like Kyle said that year when they asked Kyle what he's going to do this Sunday. I don't even know if we're going to be alive Sunday.
Yeah, Oh, Lord.
I'll never forget that. Kyle can be funny every now and then. Not often enough for a lot of people, especially you, Jalen. I don't know how you feel about Kyle's humor. You are not amused.
No, yeah. Yeah. My God. Ronbo, you need to address the offensive line. You make sure the offensive line is taken care of.
I know.
If it's not,
I don't know what they're going to do.
Purdy on his ass every play.
And especially if you're paying $50 million. You need to protect him, right? I fully agree with that, and I don't know what they're thinking, what the plan is. That could be why I might be wrong about the defensive lineman in the first round. But go ahead, elaborate.
Well, knowing Kyle since he's been our head coach for 8 seasons, Ronbo, people don't change after 8 seasons. I'm just going to be real with you.
Jalen, I want to hear this. I can't hear you. There's something going on with your connection. Jalen?
People don't change after 8 seasons.
Perfect.
Ronbo.
Go ahead.
They don't change after 8 seasons, Ronbo. Let's just be real.
After how many seasons? Oh, you talking about Kyle at 8 seasons.
Yeah, Ronbo, people don't change after 8 seasons.
Well,
if you Ronbo, if you were an interception or turnover prone guy for the first 8 seasons of your career, you're gonna be an interception and turnover guy the last 8 seasons of your career.
Yeah.
You're not like that's just who you are.
It's who you are, yeah.
I mean, Ronbo, if you really thinking that Kyle is he's finna draft a running back. I guarantee you, he's finna draft a running back in the first round.
Jay, you know what? If he does draft, all I'm going to think about is you. And in the first round, 49ers select, blah, 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 running back from, I said, Jalen, I was laughing at him when he's told me that Kyle's going to pick up a running back in the first round. Lo and behold, look at this.
Because you got to think about it. From his perspective, we couldn't keep a running back healthy on the field last year. So he's going to want to pick up one.
Jalen, Kyle could pick up 3 running backs. Every last one of them will not make it from week first, number 1 to 16. Every running back we had last year went down for at least a few minutes. Every last one, except for Jonathan Taylor. And that's only because Jonathan wasn't playing. Grindo went down. You know what happened to McCaffrey? JP, they tore him up. Is there another one?
Elijah Mitchell, did he play?
Elijah Mitchell. He is the worst one in the bunch. That's 5 guys. And I'm not talking about the hamburger place. That's amazing. And the big thing is, Jalen, he ran Christian McCaffrey to death. Oh, no, not last year. He didn't have a chance to. That's why those guys were fresh this year.
Ronbo, that running back is going to come in the first round. Again, it ain't going to be no offensive lineman. It ain't going to be no defensive lineman.
Jenny, a public apology if that doesn't happen, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're serious about it. You really do believe he's going to draft one then? Because there's no way you'd admit to and say you'll give him a public apology.
I understand why. I mean, I understand why he's doing it because we couldn't keep a running back healthy. So it would make sense. But, damn.
Okay, you got somebody in mind? Who they pick?
No, I mean, where we picking at? I don't know because I don't know how far.
No, you said a running back in the first round. I'm just wondering, are you thinking about any player in particular? There's been a lot of talk about a few running backs. I don't know that anybody would take them in the first round, but you're saying that might be a possibility. But yeah.
Rumble,
do you have one in mind? Because years ago, I would have took Christian McCaffrey in the first round. People thought I was joking. I said, no, man, Christian McCaffrey, that dude is going to be special. I knew it.
How far do you think that 2,000-yard rusher is going to get?
Saquon, what do you mean?
No. Ashton Gentry.
Hey, okay, see, I don't know. Can he catch? Because this seems to be the prerequisite now for running backs in the NFL.
Watch his highlights like that. I know he's a really good runner, though.
Yeah. Well, if he's got hands, nowadays a running back has to be a little more dimension than just running. He's got to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. This is why JP can't get enough love either. JP can run the ball. He's already proven that. He needs to be a threat. Any running back needs to be a threat to go out of the backfield and make a catch, if it's other than Debo. Everybody loves Debo. Let him catch it. All right, we waiting. Come on over here, Debo. Bam! Okay. Shucks. They just got hip to him.
I mean, I believe in the 49ers, Ronbo. I know Jed York.
I believe you do.
Yeah, no. See, here's the thing. Here's what a lot of people misconstruing. Y'all coming in here thinking that I'm hating on the 49ers. That's not the
I
thing.
never thought that.
I love
you just,
team.
You're passionate about it, I know.
No. It's not even I'm passionate. I have nothing bad to say about the 49ers organization except for this man, Kyle Shanahan. That's my only problem, Ronbo. I don't have no doubts about Jed. I don't have any doubts about
I have told you to substitute him with another coach. I'll listen.
Ronbo, I'd put the man, boy. Ronbo, it's gonna be year 9. I just pray to God that this man can. He can't afford another losing season, Ronbo. He'll be under 500 as a head coach. He can't afford another losing season.
Good point. I do not want that.
He literally cannot afford a Ronbo. He's like 6 games over 500. Like, oh man.
It's a tough league. We're in a tough division.
It is a tough league, but damn, still. You one bad season away from being under 500.
Jalen, I mean, every now and then, if you'd appreciate the accomplishments instead of spotlighting only the misery.
We ain't accomplished nothing. Going to the Super Bowl, Ronbo, really?
No, I'm just saying, he hasn't been below 500 every season.
Half of the seasons he has.
Well, I mean, first of all, in the first season, he had to build a team. And the second season, Jimmy got hurt. I think, you know what? I've got a feeling we're going to roll in year 2 as well.
Ronbo, he's the reason that stuff happened. Nobody told you to take Solomon Thomas at 3.
His name is not.
That's his fault.
He is not the Lord Jesus. He cannot determine everybody's fate.
But Ronbo, if you're coming to a brand new franchise, why not take a quarterback with the 3rd pick? Why would you knew we didn't have a quarterback.
I know. I can't defend him on that.
That's on him, Ronbo. He set himself up for failure, not drafting a quarterback.
And Patrick Mahomes could have been that QB.
He could have got Deshaun Watson. Now, prior to his, prior to his fetishes.
Hindsight Okay, Jalen. It's easy to know how good a quarterback is after he's been in the league a few years. It's always a risk when you pick a quarterback in the first round to begin with. So,
Well, Rumble, I don't hold it against them for not drafting Patrick Mahomes. Hell, nobody knew that, but Deshaun Watson had just won the Heisman. I mean, not Heisman, the national championship against
by the
Alabama.
way, Jalen, they got the massage parlors in the Bay Area.
Oh,
I
Lord.
mean, Texas ain't got nothing compared to Bay.
Rumble,
Okay,
stop.
And don't ask me how. I'm telling you right now, Deshaun Watson is.
Come on, Rumble.
I mean, the boy loves to be rubbed down. He would have gotten in trouble here as well as we would have got. Texas ain't got nothing on the Bay Area. Oh no, Deshaun would still be in the massage parlor right now, even though he's in jail. They be bringing him masseuses to his cell. I'm telling you right now, Deshaun has got guys who do that have a problem with it. We had to get rid of Deshaun. That would have been painful. Jalen,
yeah,
we got to roll over, man. It's always fun talking to you. Hey, Jalen, get back here Sunday, will you?
I will, Rumble. Man, I'm just hoping that he finally grows up and drafts the right position in the first round. We can't afford to do what we did last year. Ricky Pearsall's a good player, but we needed other positions besides wide receiver in the first round.
All right. Jalen, we give you all that. Let me see what's going on.
Kyle, do the right thing, Kyle. Please draft the offensive lineman. Please, God. He's going.
God owes you a favor anyway. All right? I'll see you Sunday. Oh my God, why? This is Rudy, get in here, man, and walk lightly, man. What is it?
Ronbo, how you doing? How you doing down there in last place now? How you doing? How's everyone doing in the chat?
The season hasn't started yet. Ain't nobody in no place.
Listen,
we're all in first place.
I hope you guys. It really don't even matter if you guys draft any O-line because this first, and Fisk and Byron Young and Kobe Turner, they're still coming. It don't matter who you draft. It don't matter. You're trying to rely on rookies to stop these guys. Come on now.
I was watching a clip last year. It was really funny. Your boy Verse was coming through the line. I forget. I couldn't see whose name that was. One of my offensive linemen was taking him down like a child. When Debo missed that ball, yeah. First
Rumble, be honest with me real quick. I know we go back and forth. Be honest with me real quick on this.
What is it?
When Stafford had the Rams in the snow in Philly at the Eagles' 13-yard line
and threw that bad
with
pass?
like 43 seconds left.
Yeah.
But wait, I know you were biting them fingernails, boy, because they were looking at having the NFC championship game at SoFi again.
You wish that I had moments of suffering when you guys accomplished things, which ain't often anyway. So, you guys had a good day only because you were in the snow. Only because you're in the snow.
Rumble, imagine if we did it.
Land,
Imagine if we were in
Saquon
the
Barkley
snow.
would have skewed you like a fish.
Saquon Barkley had 2 touchdowns. Even Jalen Hurts ran a touchdown in, and they still were out there. They were about to lose. I want to say something too
listen,
for poor Tony.
Yeah, Rudy, I could say the same thing about the 2 games that you guys won against the 49ers last year. Well, if Ronnie Bell catches the ball and Debo catches the ball, you don't win, and you won't stop talking about that. So who are you to talk about if I coulda, woulda?
But I want to say something to Tony. God bless Tony. He always likes to talk smack about our team. But the man got 48-year-old Leonard Floyd and former Ram, but he's a Super Bowl champion at least. And then they got Morgan Fox today, who's a good player. They're getting cast-off Rams players, and Tony always has smack to talk about our team, and there they go, getting cast-off Rams players. That's hilarious. But, Ronbo, I want to say good luck to you guys. Mac Jones will probably be starting by game 3.
Yeah, so you don't want to win. I knew it'd be a backhanded shot after that. And, Rudy, know this. You guys, pretty much your reputation is that you do what you do. You talk a lot. And you get to a point and you turn back into the Rams. Because if you were any good, After all these
Who's gonna win the
years,
division?
you would have more than 2 Super Bowl wins. Now, wouldn't you?
Who's gonna win the division, Ronbo? Who's gonna win? I know you guys.
Oh, you're going to pick you, of course. I'm going to pick me.
No, I'm asking you.
I'm telling
Honestly,
you,
if you had to put
49ers
money
going to
on
win
it.
the division. Because, Rudy, on every in social media, you run smack, and it comes back to bite you in the ass later. You ran it last year, and you finally got away. But, Rudy, that's not going to continue every year. You come in with these great expectations, really lofty ones, too, and you get beat.
Ronbo,
How many times are you going to get beat before you
Super Bowl
finally
is at
realize
Levi
they're
Stadium.
not that good?
Ronbo, look at this point of view. The Niners threw in the flag as the same year as the Rams are reloading back up in the playoffs, looking strong, coming back up, rising. The
Looking
Niners
strong.
franchise threw in the flag,
Well,
and the Super Bowl.
what do you mean by threw in the flag, Rudy?
So,
what is your
because they got
definition
rid
of threw in the
all
flag?
The high-priced talent.
Those,
they got rid of all
and
the
all of those
high-priced
guys,
talent because
all of those guys were not playing most of the time. So what is the difference in this year and next year? They got younger and they got more polish.
Not there.
I got a secondary
We all
and I got
know-
some new guys. When Matthew Stafford starts throwing those misdirected bombs of his, he's going to get picked. And Rudy, by the way, look for that record he set 2 years ago to come back in. Matt Stafford's going to throw in excess double-digit INTs, and you
Ronbo,
know
we both-
it too.
We both know
You
that Matthew
know
Stafford's
it.
the best quarterback in the NFC and NFC West, but we will see, Ronbo. But I
We
just
will
wanna
see,
tell
NFC
you,
West.
I can't believe that the Niners threw in the flag, threw in the white flag
The
right
only
before the Super Bowl was at Levi Stadium. I hope
The
they have a
reason you
success
got
too
away
by
is
the
because
time
the
we get
49ers
there.
were injured, and you know it. The only reason you got away is because the 49ers were injured. Because otherwise they beat the Rams all day anyway in their sleep.
We'll see, Ronbo.
Yeah, we
I
will.
hope you guys enjoy it. Just remember, the Rams are going to be
I
at
hope you're
Levi
ready to back
Stadium
up all
with the
that talk.
Lombardi.
And when you do get your butt beat, you make sure to call back in here, pumping your chest like
I
you are
will.
now.
Levi
Okay?
North.
Yeah.
Levi, SoFi North, they
Yeah,
call it.
it'll never happen. Ain't never been, never will be. Yeah, we own you, buddy.
All right,
10-6 since Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay took over. 10-6, and you got lucky this year. It should be 10-4. And that's right,
The Rams are
10-4,
gonna go 4
and
times
we're
in a-
out.
4
Get him out of
straight
here.
times.
Get him out of Rudy, man. I'll see you on X, man. You're running all them stupid posts. I'm ready for it. Ah, God. The dude, every chance he gets, which isn't often, he runs smack. I mean, the Rams get beat all the time by that same 49er team, and they finally had a year. And now we're never going to hear the end of it. You ever heard the term, act like you've been there? He ain't never been there. This is it, the first time. And now we can't get him to shut up. What's that time
What a
he called in the
delusional
last few
clown.
years? He never called in there, did
What a
he?
delusional!
Why?
Hi, Ronbo. What a delusional clown, and he's a
God.
juggling clown. Yes, Rudy, you're a juggling clown.
Yes. God. Anyway, come on in, T. I'm done.
Ronbo, we've been saying in the chat. I was telling Ian Sharp, I was telling 49er Brian, and I think you and I even talked about it. Stafford is going to piss Devontae Adams off all next. Watch what I tell you. You know how he likes to force the ball in there.
Yeah. Stafford's got he really does think he can do it too. Them little tight windows he likes to throw into, and we got a better coverage this year than we did last year. Tony, 12 INTs. That's a minimum for Matt Stafford coming up this year.
Oh, he's going to have more than that. I don't know what he had last year. He's going to have more than 12.
They're running the ball more now. They used to not. They put the ball in Stafford's hands all the time.
They did a good job of it, too.
Yeah.
They took the ball, counted the ball out of his hands. Kyron Williams is having a good year. But let's see what happens.
Well, you know, Tony, can you imagine the Eagles beat my ass twice in one season? One of them was really embarrassing on primetime night TV. And I come in and talk about, boy, you were shaking in your boots, man. You thought you was going to win.
He could have had 300. They took about the
Someone set a new record. God.
Yes.
You never get me to say a word about the Eagles if they did that to us. Oh, you don't hear me talk about the Chiefs? Because the Chiefs have beat our butt regular season and Super Bowl for the past since 2019. We can't beat them.
Ronbo, you're going to be happy, though, because this year, Chiefs, all the Chiefs' success has come to roost. Because there's going to be a new champion in the AFC West, and it's going to be the LA Chargers.
Do you think this is the time? This is the year?
I think it's time because in the Chiefs trade Joe Tooney, they doing this move, that move, and other teams, if you notice, Denver's gotten better.
The Chargers
Oh.
have been getting better since 2020. You know, I love the Chargers. Got one of the best offensive lines in football now. 3 first-round picks up and down that line.
Oh, did they?
3 young first-round picks too.
So they got to pay him no money anytime soon. If they do a good job, it'll be just like the Dallas Cowboys legendary
And they
offensive
just signed
line.
Najee Harris in free agency, the former Pittsburgh Steelers running back, who's had 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, barely 1,000. But Najee Harris is going to be like a kid at the candy store running behind that line.
Ooh. And Najee was doing a good job with a so-so offensive line as far as Najee's a big, strong running back too. He just doesn't.
Yes.
Pittsburgh just didn't. You know, they didn't have the offensive line for him. He got one now. I wanted him in the draft
Pittsburgh's
that year
offensive
too.
line is building. They got 2 first-round picks. They just lost the right guard though, who they had in free agency. They got from the Bears. They just lost him to free agency, so they need a new right guard. They drafted a center from West Virginia in the second round that everybody liked last year, so they're going to be okay. They're going to be all right.
Yeah, and Harbaugh fires
quarterback.
people up. He is good for getting his players. He gets the best out of his players. I mean, you look at Michigan, you look at the 49ers, that's what he does. The bad thing about him,
University
Tony,
of San Diego.
Yeah, he has
when he was there.
Yeah.
Ronbo, Colin Cowherd is drinking the Ram Kool-Aid again.
Yeah.
He made his picks. He picked them to win the division,
Yeah.
and he says they are a serious Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing. This was yesterday.
Yeah,
I
he
was
did it.
laughing at Cowherd.
Didn't he do that last year to some degree? He likes the
Yes, he
Rams.
did.
Yeah. Him and what's the guy on NFL, not NFL, but ESPN that Stephen A. Smith is always Orlovsky. Orlovsky loves.
The guy that ran out of the back of the end
You
zone.
know, Orlovsky loves. Orlovsky loves Stafford like nobody else. Even his mom, Stafford's mom doesn't love him as much as Orlovsky does. Him and Stephen A. and everybody else get into fights about that every time they bring up the subject of Matt Stafford. I see. And Stephen hits him about, Daniel Orlovsky, you every time we bring up a quarterback, you go to his defense, whether or not it's worthy or not. I want you to sit back and Stephen just cuts him up, did he? So there's Orlovsky. And he loves Stafford. He doesn't know what he's talking about. God. So yeah.
But Ronbo, in the AFC West, look at the coaches there now. You got Sean Payton.
Yeah.
You got Andy Reid.
Well,
You got Pete Carroll. And who's the other one? And you got Jim Harbaugh.
oh, Harbaugh. Oh, yeah. Ooh. That's the who's
Great
who's.
coaches in that
Yeah,
one
those are
division.
the who's who of coaches, actually. Yeah.
So Ronbo, I'm sitting back watching everything. Free agency, this and that. Everybody keeps saying, I don't know why because y'all either released or traded with the 12 players, and like you said, those 12 players was on the field about 50% of the time.
Yeah.
Y'all are still loaded. I don't know why people think y'all rebuilding. Y'all are not rebuilding. Y'all are reloading.
Because the names of those people resonate. You look at that; it's an all-star cast. Yeah. So you figure you're losing all that, but people don't understand. Those people weren't really playing. I do feel bad about Juice, and I think we should have found a way to keep him and use him in ways that he could be effective.
Exactly.
But
maybe y'all could still bring him back before somebody else signs him.
yeah, he's supposed to be having he's supposed to talk to the Steelers from what I read. But yeah, Debo, we probably should have got people on Debo gone last year.
Y'all lost. Y'all already got this replacement that
Who?
kid y'all drafted from Wake Forest.
What position?
Strong safety. Mofonga. Didn't y'all lose him to Denver?
Yeah. Who's it?
Y'all drafted that kid that replaced him, remember? From Wake Forest in the second third round.
Mustafa.
Yeah, y'all already got his replacement.
Yeah, and I Mustafa is actually, I can't wait to see what he looks like this year. He got hurt last year. I'm just hoping he doesn't have issues with that. It wasn't really anything serious, but yeah. And who's got to come up off the dime? It's got to be Jair Brown. Jair Brown, we pulled him out of Penn State, one of the best ball hawks in the nation, and he came in and he did so. The game slowed down for him. I saw him doing an interview one time. Yeah, the game. I got it now, man. The game slowed down for me. I'm feeling pretty good out there. And what does he do? I got my boy, and he's really going to be good. Green,
Ronbo,
Ronaldo.
y'all gonna be surprised because see, I like him. I know the Falcons fans. We liked him when he first got there. Richie Grant is a ball hawk.
Is he?
He was a good corner. Not corner, good
Free safety.
safety at UCF. Richie Grant picked off Baker Mayfield a few times in other corners.
Did you say a
safeties.
few times?
But Richie Grant played out of position. I'm going to tell you the problems. He was out of position on several occasions, but I think it was coaching. Y'all got better coaching.
Oh, the
If y'all
coach is
coach
rich.
that man up, watch what Richie Grant does. And then the Falcons didn't give him a chance sometimes, so he messes them up, and then they just take him out.
Yeah. How big is Richie Grant? Is he
6'2",
Oh,
204.
he can clog passing lanes. All right. Pretty good speed?
He could play free or strong.
Yeah, with
Play
that
the most
size.
strong.
That's as big as Kowalski T. A little bigger than Kowalski, actually. Well, no, it's about the same size. Yeah.
Yep.
See, because Richie, I mean,
Grant, look at some tape of Richie Grant. When you get a chance, when you got some free time, either at UCF or with us, you'll see he made some plays.
right. Looking forward to that. And this is why Rudy running around here making phone calls. Man, I can't wait to play the Rams. If things don't fall into place like he predicts, that's gonna be.
And we got to play.
God, that's gonna be a wonderful day.
We ain't played them in. I'm so glad.
Wait, who?
We're gonna eat them alive.
Well, you guys get the Rams too?
We got the Rams too. We got the whole NFC West this year.
Oh, that's right. That's right. NFC West versus AFC South. Yeah.
So, Ronbo, what's this I'm hearing too? These, it's just all people talking. The 49ers going to trade Purdy to Tennessee and then sign Aaron Rodgers. I said, Ronbo,
I won't be laughing if that happens. But there's not a prayer of the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan and Aaron Rodgers will be like oil and water. Because as soon as Kyle...
Yes, exactly.
As soon as Kyle tries to run his program, Aaron tells me, Coach, can I talk to you for a minute? Yeah. I don't think that plays pretty much. It's not appropriate for what's coming up. Listen, can you let me handle it?
Sounds like Aaron.
I'm gonna get us out of this. I just want you to trust me on this, and just stay calm. Aaron goes out there next, and then maybe he gets a touchdown. Oh, now Shanahan's gonna be livid. He can't win if he does out coach Shanahan and is on the field. Shanahan's he's gonna take exception to that. If he does it, he takes even a bigger exception. They're not going to work together. I said this years ago, and I said, you guys understand Kyle Shanahan. People do understand him now. But Tom Brady's not coming here. They're just talking.
Yeah, look how it was with us. We got Shanahan in 2015. We started out 6-0, and then him and Matt Ryan got into it.
Didn't they? I heard about that.
In the offseason, they sat down, had a few beers, and then we had this wonderful season the following year.
Matt LaFleur and Rodgers got into it when he first got there, right? I mean, when LaFleur first got there. You can't run plays with Aaron Rodgers. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Tony, is he first ballot?
I think so. Well, let's see. I think he's first ballot, yes. I still think he is.
And he knows it. So, you're not going to tell Aaron Rodgers.
I think he'll work in Pittsburgh, though, because Tomlin don't really fool with the offense. That'll be him and our former head coach, Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator.
Perfect fit for him. He's got two killer receivers.
It's a perfect fit for him because he got toys to play with. All up, he got a nice offensive line. They're going to need another running back. But you got all kind of weapons now with that trade with the guy from Seattle.
Oh, yeah. And I got Pickens and DK Metcalf. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. And that tight end fire move out of Penn State, he's good too. They got a good tight end.
They just need a good slot man. They can pick up what's his name from Tampa Bay. What's that? What's his name? The guy that
you talking about Curtis Goodwin?
No. Yeah. Is that him?
Godwin. He resigned with Tampa
Godwin.
Bay.
Yes. Pick up Godwin.
He resigned with Tampa
rock
Bay.
and roll. He resigned with who?
He resigned with Tampa Bay. He
okay.
Tampa. He took less money to stay in Tampa.
All right. Hey Tony, you know what we gotta we're I said y'all go spend the night. No, we're done. Tony, let me see you Sunday, and we need to hear more about the Falcons. But I'll see you Sunday, okay?
And we will. We got weaponry. We got to get this defensive line together. But like I said in the chat, guys, and I'm not trying to down the man. Cooper Kupp is done. He was a one-year wonder. He'll get 600 yards at the most.
You know, and especially in the position he's being put in now, they're going to depend on this. Well, you know what? I don't know if that was a good 3 years. So that's the Hawks.
But they
went a
got
little
that Najigba guy from Ohio State. They first round pick 2 years ago.
He started looking.
He's the number
better.
one guy now. So
yeah, he started looking better and better, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
All right, Tony. Always a pleasure.
All right,
I'll look for you Sunday.
To think
Okay.
Ohio State is wide receiver U now, just like LSU.
What's his name?
Jackson Smith Najigba.
Oh yeah. That name that's an outstanding name, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I'll see you Sunday, sir. You have a good one now.
Looking forward, Tony. Appreciate you. All right.
Care.
You too. Okay, let's call it a night before the sun comes up, and especially the East Coast. You guys doing out there in the East? Woo! Fam, please. Thank you for the contributions. Always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I'd like to get to see that get a little bigger. And by the way, if you get a chance and you're on X or any social media and you see Rudy, extreme prejudice. Don't give him a bit of slack. Man talks more trash than any garbage man I've ever seen. He is ridiculous. Get him. God. Hit like. I'll see you Sunday, fam. Niner!